Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day here at Heavy Cardboard. I'm your host, Edward.
Kyle.
Jackie.
Ken.
All right, today, day 27 of the Patron Drive. 2 more to go after today. Yeah, we are getting after it. Today's a big one. We got Molly House, designed by Jo Kelly and co-designed, I guess, by, or further design and development by Cole Wehrle, published by Whirligig Games. Now, they provided us the review copy as well as sponsored today's stream. So, Cole, Drew, I guess Joe, by default, thanks everybody over at Whirligig for that. We're looking forward to this. But it is the Patron Drive. So, with that said, we have... One too many. There we go. 807. So a big thank you to Ben F, Les W, Evan S, and Andrew J. Cheers. Thank you for the support. That's what I'm talking about. That's a great way to start the day. I appreciate that. If you enjoyed the stream, you like what we do here, please like and subscribe. Consider supporting the show, patreon.com/HTHQ. You get access to a whole bunch of patron-only streams, the community and the Slack channel and all that. In fact, because today is a sponsored stream, we are not going to be doing a roundtable. Instead, we will make that available for our patrons immediately following this stream. So all the patrons at $5 and up get access to that and a bunch of other perks. So consider that. That said, Molly House. We've been here since 10 a.m. busting out games and talking trash. Some of us have been traders.
It didn't go well. I want the record to show it's Informer.
It is Informer.
And I was cleared of all indictments.
Yeah, that is. Tells the truth. Facts. So that said, it is a thematic game. So with that said, Kyle is going to do a thematic reading of the intro. So, sir, are you ready?
I'm not quite sure what makes it thematic, but as with all of the Whirligig games, the front of the rulebook has a great little piece written up, a couple paragraphs about the theme of the game, what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So
awesome. All right, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. Molly House. Go for it.
In the early 18th century, London was rapidly becoming one of the largest cities in Europe. Vibrant discussions about new ways of living were being hosted at coffee houses across the city. And in the back rooms of certain establishments, a community was being born. This was the thriving underground world of the Mollies, pioneering explorers of gender and sexuality who built a community during this period of possibility and change. Bawdy songs rang out as bedecked Mollies engaged in masquerades. Nights were filled with unsanctioned weddings and gin-soaked christenings. Molly House, the game, celebrates this community by inviting players to take the roles of these Mollies as they navigate their desires and dodge the watchful eyes of the Society for the Reformation of Manners.
Boo! Boo! Hiss! Boo!
A citizen group that sought to stamp out any behavior it deemed deviant. During the game, players will try to accumulate joy by throwing and participating in festivities. In preparation, they move around the board to collect vice cards to play at these festivities. Certain sites on the board let players use cards from their hand to build up their reputations, which can improve later actions but also expose them to risk. Other sites, the shops, offer items that provide a variety of benefits, and in our current setup, it's quite a bit of gin.
A lot of gin.
At festivities, players will also score joy for the community. This is a crucial element of the game. In order for the community to survive, players must help the community pass its joy threshold, 30 for us in a 4-player game, by collaborating to throw the most magnificent festivities. Of course, this collaboration comes at a price. Staging festivities and taking some actions will gradually increase the size of the gossip pile. Each week, this pile will be inspected, possibly generating evidence against the different houses. Possibly. With enough evidence, the Society for the Reformation of Manners will raid a Molly house and indict those players with the highest reputation there. If sufficient evidence is generated over the course of the game, the wider community will be fully infiltrated, ending the game and leaving only those who successfully betrayed the community eligible to win. Well, maybe boo, unless it's you.
Well, no, you should still boo me if that's the case. That's fair. I think so. All right, so welcome to Molly House, y'all. So this game, it takes a roll-in move fixed with a deck of cards. All right, so what is it you're looking at to begin with? So first off, let's talk about things that make us happy and, dare I say, bring us joy in our lives. So we have the joy track. The joy track also doubles as a victory point track. Now, that is actually a thematic difference. Joy track means you are not a informer. A victory point track is if you are an informer, all right?
Over like that.
Yeah, if it's flipped over to the hung side, so that is not good. So we have the joy track here, and one of my favorite things about this game, in all seriousness, is you'll notice that the track goes to 40. Someone has asked, "Hey Cole, what happens when you exceed 40 joy?" And Cole answered, "There is no limit to the amount of joy that you may experience. There is no cap." So you would just, know
There's
that
a little
you're
arrow
at 40.
that's like, go up there.
Go back up, have more joy.
Do it again.
Yeah. All right, so we have a round track, but also known as a week track. All right, so that is one of the timers of the game. In addition to that, we have the various locations, which are color-coded into 4 different colors. So each of the 3 corner locations. So we have the places where the festivities will take place, or the houses, if you will. And then there are 1 adjacent spot in each spot where you're going to be able to take color-coded actions. There are the 4 stores, stores, whatnot,
Shops, yeah.
right? Where you're going to be able to acquire these various bottles of gin, as it were, but also other items throughout the game. And they are mimicked all the way around the corner in the 4 different colors. In addition to that, there is a market. Of course, there's a market. So we have a 4-card market. It will always be 4 cards, except during a player's turn. We have the draw deck. The draw deck is also called the
Vice deck.
All right. Then we have the major indictments. Those are scary. Those are bad. There are minor indictments. Less scary, less bad, still bad. And then the item deck to be able to replace the items out there. In addition to that, every player has their own little player board and tableau. The player board has the list of the 6 actions that you're going to be able to take on your turn, as well as a holding place for a couple of the shop items or a couple of the items that you acquire. Now, these play and pass tokens are technically used usually in the solo game, but we're actually going to use it to show when we've passed during festivities. Again, just to make it more obvious for the cameras. And then everybody also has 4 tokens of a type.
Encounter tokens.
And those are either to show that you were loyal or that you're an informant. We'll talk about those more in a little bit. Now, the game comes with the wooden pawns that you see here. The other ones are really nice, heavy, weighted metal pawns that, I'll be honest, don't show up as well as they look in person. So we're going to keep those on the player boards and then use the wooden ones on the board because those show up better as we're moving around. In addition to that, there is a neoprene mat here in the middle. You might be asking yourself, why is there a neoprene mat? Well, honestly, it's a card game. So it just makes it easier to be able to pick up the cards off the neoprene mat. There are a couple of dice because it is a roll and move, but it's not your mom and dad's roll and move. The candelabra is disappointing that it doesn't come with an actual, 1-foot size candelabra, but it's the active player or the kind of the start player, but also it's a little reminder token of whose turn it is when things get a little bit more involved.
Yep.
So in addition to that, there are influence cubes in the 4 colors. There are reminders that they're basically card IOUs to be able to remind you that you have to draw cards when the next round starts. And then when houses get raided, if they get raided, there are matching markers as well as dangerous cruising locations, which will modify one of the actions in the game and make it more risky to take those actions as the game progresses. So before we get started, I'm going to also talk about the cards in this game. Now, there are 4 suits, and those suits are
Pentacles, fans, cups, and hearts.
Now, you'll notice that they range from 1 to 8. In a 5-player game, they range from 1 to 9. We've removed the 9s because we are 4 players. So there are single cards of each suit, 1 to 8. In addition to that, there are, by the way, these are called desire cards. So numbered cards, desires. Then there are mollies. The mollies are the jacks and the queens. And then there are the threats, the constables and the rogues. So usually, as a general rule, good cards tend to be bad cards, hence threats. All right? So with that said, how does the game actually play? Well, the game takes place, as you can see, over a maximum of 5 weeks. Within each of those, there is an indeterminate number of player turns. All right? Now, they use the term rounds, but because it's an indeterminate number of turns, we're just gonna call it that. All right? So on a player's turn, every turn has 4 steps. Those 4 steps are very simply roll the dice, first off. And then you may have to resolve a market action with the last card. So we're going to call this the last card, that being the first card, because there will be a conveyor. But again, because we have the camera pretty tight right here, we're going to call this the last card. So it is possible that this card or this card gets discarded, but where it gets discarded, we'll talk about in a little bit. So roll the dice, you may discard a card or 2. Then depending on what you roll, you then move your pawn. Your pawn is going to be somewhere out here. When you actually move your pawn, or when you roll, I should say, you can do your choice. You may do the cumulative, try that again. You can do movement of 1 die, the other die, or the sum of both dies. So in this case, you're pretty flexible. You can move once, 1 space, 2 space, or 3 spaces. You always must move in the same direction, but you may move clockwise or anti-clockwise. So with this roll here, I could move 1, I could move 1, 2, or I could move 1, 2, 3, or I could do the same the other direction. All right. However, if I had rolled something like this, that X is discard a card. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. But this says I either move 2 or I stay where I'm at. And depending on where I am dictates what actions I can actually take on a given turn. So all that makes sense?
Yeah.
All right?
If it's like that.
If we've only, in like 5 games of this, we've only rolled this 1 time.
It's a 1 in 36 chance.
Yeah, right, thank you.
Yeah.
So, if so, a gentleman comes calling in his carriage and will take you anywhere on the board that you want to go.
A fancy fellow.
Yes, I believe that is the term. Now, in addition to that, you'll notice that you have 2 X's, so you're going to be discarding 2 cards. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, all right? So, after you have moved and you've gone to whatever destination that you've chosen to go to, then you must, and I want to stress that, must take one of the available 6 actions that are shown right here. Basic actions are always available. The site actions are specific to where you actually are. And then after you have taken your turn, then you're going to refill the market and check hand size. So again, maybe you had to discard some cards. Maybe you selected a card out here. So what's going to happen? We're going to conveyor the market. We're going to flip up until there's 4 cards. And then we're going to check your hand size. The hand size is always 6 max, except during your turn. If you exceed your hand size during your turn, that's okay. But otherwise, at the end of your turn, if you have more than 6, you must discard the card. Where the card goes will be whether or not you are a normal player or a revealed informer. If you are a revealed informer, they will go to the safe pile. The safe pile is another word for discard pile. Now, the discard pile is going to be off camera, but it can be face up. We're going to play it face up because it's always inspectable. Because card tracking does matter in this game. Whereas the other discard pile here is called the
gossip pile.
And the gossip pile, generally just terrible, not good, unless you are maybe an informer.
It depends on what colors you have here and what colors other people have.
Yeah, but it's
Definitely worse for some people than others.
Okay,
in almost every case.
Yes, facts. All right. So now let's go ahead and break this down a little bit further, okay? So first off, if you roll something along the lines of that, that says, first off, you're going to discard the rightmost card in the market. So you take a look at the market cards, and again, I'm going to actually use them to show what the cards are right here. If it is one of the desire cards here, just simply it goes into the safe pile, i.e. the face-up discard. Okay, so those, okay, done, easy enough. We don't need to talk about those anymore. However, if it is a Molly, if it gets discarded like that, that is going to be a gossip. It's going to go into the gossip pile, okay? Again, the gossip pile is going to be the face down pile right here, okay? Easy enough, done, simple. So Molly's, we've talked about those in regards to that, done. However, if it is one of the two threats, it goes into the gossip pile. You'll notice it says the same thing regardless of which threat it is. And then it exposes the most infamous if it's discarded via that action. So again, discarding it here, it would just go simply into the gossip pile, face down like that. But then if you have any cards in your tableau, also called your...
Ooh.
Oh, well done.
He's got one.
There you go. Total brain cramp.
What your set of cards is called?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Reputation.
Your
There we go.
reputation,
Yep.
thank you. If you have any cards in your reputation that match that. So say Ken rolled this.
Yep.
This was the last card here.
Yep.
It's going to go into the discard pile. And then every card that matches that's in his reputation
Right.
also goes into the gossip pile.
Well, so we would check everybody.
Fair point.
In this case, I'm the only one that has hearts in my reputation.
Right,
But,
but-
if Kyle had hearts, we would compare the numbers, the ranks on the hearts.
Correct. So
Right.
let's say it were this.
Right.
So we have a 6. We have an 8.
So I
8
have
is
the
higher.
most in my reputation, so mine is going to go also into the gossip pile.
But good news.
I will get a red cube
Right.
in compensation.
Yes. Yeah. Which can be positive, could be negative.
It is usually both.
Yes.
Usually both things.
So think of it this way: cards in your reputation. Think of them. Possibly you could refer to them as an investment. Okay. But these are temporary investments. As you see, they can disappear. However, these cats, those are permanent investments. You were tied to it. Mostly permanent. So therefore, that's just going to count as one of the reputation whenever we're referring to reputation, whether it's a card of a color or a cube of a color in that case. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So again, that is the first thing is if you draw one of the, or if you roll one or possibly two of those X's. So it could be something along the lines to where you would roll, I will find it, there we go, 2 X's, you would discard both of those cards. Like literally, just there. They would go into the safe pile, unless it's those, which would go to the gossip pile. All that makes sense? All that clear? All right, good. All right. So that also talks about exposing. Okay, what happens? Then after that, you're going to move your pawn. All right. So moving your pawn, let's say I rolled something along the lines of that. So I can move 0 or I can move 2. I'll move 2. Sure. I'll go 1, 2. And I chose to move clockwise, which you cannot do. Again, it has to all be in one direction. You can't go 1, 2. If you wanted to do that, you just stay in the same place in that case, right? Okay, you get the idea. But as it is, we went ahead and moved over to there, done. Now, you must take one of the 6 available actions. Now, not all the actions are available on all the spaces, but let's go ahead and go over them and we'll talk about what spaces you can do. So basic actions: Indulge. Gain a market card matching your site. What site am I at? I'm at the hearts or the red suit out there. So that is the matching site in that case. So a market card, what is? Market card are those 4. It is not mystery meat in that case. So if I choose to indulge, I have one option in this case. I would take that 6. That would go into my hand like so. Okay, done. That's it.
And if the market were like that, you just couldn't take that out.
Right, and then I wouldn't be able to, exactly. All right? So, any questions on Indulge? I think that's pretty
Yep.
Pretty simple. Lie low. Just be incognito. Draw mystery meat. Draw a card from the deck. So literally, draw the top card. And that can be done anywhere out here.
Yep.
Okay? All right?
That's the only action that can always be done. On your turn.
Correct.
Yep.
All right? All right. Good. Next, we're accuse. Now, I'm going to briefly touch on this because how you get to this point is not clear yet. All right? But we'll go ahead and touch on it real quick. Reveal an encounter token if their pawn is at your site and resolve the revealed effect. Okay, so let's say this is the situation. I know.
Okay.
Let's say this is the situation. I moved 2, right? Because that's what I rolled there. So I chose to go here, and I say, hey, Kyle,
J'accuse.
I point at you, and I say, I think you are an informer.
You don't actually have to choose. You get to flip over a token.
Yeah. But
It's more dramatic.
It totally is. So I think you should. Anyway, you'll notice that there are a couple of maybe tokens out here of Kyle's. I can choose one of them to have him say, hey, flip that over. And if he does so, oh, he's loyal. I'm going to lose joy because I am so sorry, my friend. I was wrong. My bad.
How dare you?
All right.
But if you had chosen the other one,
If I chose the other one, oh, he's an informer. I will gain joy.
and the
for that.
community will gain.
And, right, because, aha, I have found out who's diming us out, and you are a terrible human being.
Yeah.
So,
And it means some bad things for Kyle. Too.
it does, and it's rather involved, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
3 points, I would lose. 3 points, I would gain.
And the community
would gain for correctly deducing that he's an informer. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So that is the third action. That is rare, more rare than all the other actions.
It won't come up for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it feels so good.
When you're
When
right.
you're right.
All right. So basic actions are pretty, you guessed it, basic, pretty chill, right? All right. So the next ones we'll talk about, these we'll do bottom to top. So the shop here says take the item. Obviously, you got to be at the location. Okay, when you're at a shop location, you pretty much have only a couple of options, right? You can always lie low. You can't gain a market card there because, well, there isn't
doesn't
march
match.
because they're neutral color. But you can shop. You can take the item. Then perform a market discard. It is very easy to forget that second part. So in this case, I would get this bottle of gin. It would go onto one of my locations, and then that last card would go. Now, if it were a constable or a rogue, it would go here, and then anything we would figure out who has the most of that suit. They would discard. They would get cubes, just like as if you had removed it here. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good. All right.
What if you already have 2 items?
That is a very good question.
I'm pretty sure the answer is that you can throw one away.
Yeah, I
discard.
think so. You can freely discard and if ever, and we'll talk about it at the end of the round, you do not refill this. You refill this at the end of the round. However, if ever you're out, shuffle the discards and you get
If the item deck is empty, we've somehow run through it.
Right.
Shuffle up the discards and keep going.
what he said. So there you go. So just do a market discard as if you would rolled an X. Okay, moving on. Let's say you be cruising, yo, in my 6-4. So play a matching desire card to your reputation. All right. Then draw cards from the deck equal to your reputation. So let's go ahead and set this up real quick. Let's say red. I just am going to grab a couple or one.
Just need a
Not any
heart.
reds in here, I'll tell you
Oh
that.
my God, where are they?
They're so
I have a
safe.
giant stack of red
Okay,
cards.
here we
Not any
go.
reds.
Here is my tableau.
Yep. All right.
All right. I am on a red location because remember I moved there, right? Okay, so let's walk through these steps. Play a matching desire to my reputation, then draw. Okay, so in this case, play a matching reputation from your hand. I have one, so I'm going to play one to my reputation. Then draw cards from the deck equal to your reputation. Now, reputation has nothing to do with those stars. It has to do with how many of that thing you have. So in that case, that is a suit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Thank you. That I have 3 of that suit. I have 1. I have 2. And remember, this is like a permanent investment, right? In red. So that is a 3rd reputation in that regard. Okay. Now, if let's say this were like this, and I will actually show this a little bit better. I think that shows it. It will here in a minute. Let's go ahead and move that over like that. There we go. Let's say I am cruising there, and in that case, I then go ahead and play that card there. All right? Play a matching desire, then draw cards from the deck. And draw is always mystery meat. But you'll notice that there is on that Molly card, there you go.
Just
There we go. That Molly card says whenever you play a desire of the matching suit, then you get to score some joy. So I would get to score 2 joy. So literally, hey, peg 2 joy for yellow. So yellow would increase their joy like so.
And queens work the same way, except they score 3 joy.
There you go. All right. So again, Molly's good. All right. Almost universally good. So I think that's pretty clear. Any questions on that?
And then you would draw 4. Because
Right.
you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, and that 4 would be from the draw deck, and it would still be 4 because it's
the
capped
maximum of 4.
at
Exactly.
4.
Yeah.
So I would actually be drawing literally 4 cards.
Yep.
Which, if that puts me, maybe that's my hand size. Then what do I do at that point? I have to discard down to 6 because that's the end of my hand. And if there were any holes, we would slide and refill the market, and that's what my turn looks like.
Yep.
All right, easy enough there. And then the meat of the game comes in. So, throwing festivities. Festivities so here, first off, where can you throw festivities? You can only throw festivities in the 4 houses or the 4 corners of the board, regardless of where you are. Whether they have been rated or not, they may be, you can throw a festivity. Live a little, live on the edge maybe. That's all right. So let's look at what it says first, and then we'll actually step through the steps. So bring to order, play, select, and score, add to gossip. Okay, that's a lot of words that are very truncated, but it actually does a pretty good job once you know the game of what are the steps of a festivity. We're going to call that throwing a party a festivity, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Scored threats, clear your matching reputation. Okay, non-scored threats, gain cubes and increase gossip. You must have cards to play. Okay, so let's go ahead and step through this a little bit slowly. First off, to be able to throw a festivity, there are a couple of prerequisites. Prerequisite number 1, got to be in the corner. Prerequisite number 2, you must have a minimum of 2 cards in your hand. Only the player who throws the festivity must have 2 cards minimum. You can have more, but minimum 2 cards. All right, so once that has happened, then the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to bring the party to order, which means, hey, everybody, party's about to begin. Whoever has the candelabra, hey, go ahead and give me the candelabra, and because I'm the one throwing the festivity. All right, so I am the quote-unquote festivity runner. All right. So second, you have to play cards. Now this is going to be played over 2 rounds, possibly a third, but normally 2 rounds. The first thing that's going to happen is the community is going to play a card from the top of the deck. So whatever the top of the deck is, there. Now, with this being the case, let's go ahead and show what would happen depending on what the community flipped over. Okay, those are the various options, realistically. They could have flipped over a regular desire. Okay, that's just, they played an 8 of fans. Easy enough. If they had played a rogue, we are going to roll a 10-sided die, and that is going to be on a number 0 through 9. Now, remember, in a 4-player game, we're only playing with 1 through 8. However, you are allowed to have that number be outside of that if the game rolled it. It just so happened the game rolled it there. But maybe, let's say it had rolled whatever, say a 7. So that is technically a 7 of pentacles. Okay, so a yellow 7. Okay, so that's what that would be for this. For any of the others, if it were a constable, that is straight up just a 0.
Yep.
Okay, and if it were a Molly, then that's going to come into play for what is going on. What is the goal? Why are we throwing a festivity? Well, we're throwing a festivity, hopefully, to be able to score. As the festivity thrower, I score hopefully positive and a lot, and everyone else maybe will be able to score out of this as well. So there are 4 different types of festivity that could take place when we're done doing the festivity. A quiet gathering is not great. It's super subdued. It's basically a bomb of a party, and not a good kind of bomb. It sucks.
Not
But
the
it
best.
can help throw the constables off the scent.
It totally can. Hey, psst,
Nothing to see here.
constables here. Don't worry, we're just hanging out.
Just having a drink.
Having
Yeah.
a cocktail. Call it good. Okay. Then from bottom to top, these are a dance, a christening, or a surprise ball. Okay? Only one of these 4 things can be done at a festivity. It's resolved. It is determined at the end based on what players collectively have played. So in this case, you would need a jack specifically, and then 3 of any suit, but it's a straight. So a 3, 4, 5, but it could be of any suit, and it must also include a jack. The christening is a queen, and then maybe 7, 7, 7.
Yeah, trips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
The surprise ball is a straight flush. Does not require a queen or a jack, but it does require something along the lines of a 4, 5, 6, 7 of the same suit.
Right.
Now, how do these things happen? Well, these happen because whatever was played out here, so let's go ahead, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw that out there.
So, is this community?
Yeah. So the community played that, okay? And then, starting with whomever was the festivity runner, they are going to play cards. So it starts with me. I must play a card. I can never pass. So something along the lines of that. Let's say I go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and play a queen. So now, in clockwise order, it's going to go to Kyle. Kyle has 2 options. He plays or he passes. If he passes, he's done for the festivity, period. We're going to play twice around the board. Okay, so go ahead, you choose.
So during this process, we can talk. You
Yep.
can give generalities.
Oh,
can
hell,
give
you can talk
flavor.
throughout the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't reveal cards.
No specifics. I cannot say, oh, I have this card in my hand. I can say, oh, hey, if you want to play that queen, I can help out with a christening. I
Okay,
can get
cool.
us to 3
Awesome.
days.
Right, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'll play the queen. Now, you can lie.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
That is, nothing is binding. What you are not allowed to do is be like, here, see, I have that card. But you can give away information, though, freely. So then, Jackie, it's up to her. Okay, so played. And Ken, now we begin the second round. The second round starts with the community flipping another card. So there we go. They played a jack.
Lots of options.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Boy.
so now let me go ahead and reference this again. So a jack is a jack in 3 in a row. That is going to be a dance. A christening is a queen and 3 of the same card, right? Or 3 same desire. A surprise ball, again, is a straight flush, regardless of the queen and the jack. And a quiet gathering, which right now, if you look out here, we're having a quiet gathering. And the reason you know that is because the queen would require 3 of the same. There's 2 8s. Okay, nothing there.
Close.
The jack requires a run of 3 cards. We have a 5 6, no 7, no 4 out there. So then I come and I'm like, you know what? Now, if I were to play something like that, I must play a card. You were never allowed to pass as the festivity runner.
Yep.
Okay? All right.
So you've played something. I'm
Yes.
looking out here, and I'm going to play a threat. I'm going to play one of the rogues.
Okay.
Yep.
When a player plays a rogue, you don't roll the dice randomly.
You can set it.
I can set it to anything I want, and I say, let's round out that christening. That's going to be another 8.
Okay,
Little
so
tough
now
to see with the glare, but
Yeah.
there you go. So now let's pause for a second. So even if somebody were to play a 7 of any suit other than fans,
That's right.
the dance qualifies. But you can only do one of these things, and it's always the higher one. So the higher one in this case, the christening has already been set. That is going to happen for sure. The only thing that could happen is if somebody played the 7 of fans, which would give us a surprise ball. Okay? So then Jackie sees this, and maybe she's out of cards, or maybe she sees that, you know what, I'm not going to benefit by playing anything. So therefore she's like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and pass.
Yep.
So she's done. We get to Ken, and he chooses to play a
Yeah,
rogue.
we'll make that a 1.
Or maybe
Do
he
anything.
chooses to play it as an 8.
No, I don't want you to take it.
Okay.
Because you have a bunch of red in your...
Oh, fair. Now,
Whoa, Ken.
yeah.
This is an example, Ken.
If what? Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, right.
If I had played that, you'll notice 5, 6, 7, 8 of fans.
Squared away.
Guess what? We're having a surprise ball.
Yep.
Woo! All right, but as it is, I didn't. Let's say I had that. Now, if you'll notice on my player board, I have a bottle of gin. We are done with the festival as far as playing cards.
Yep.
However, at this point, just before the festivity is selected, i.e. what qualifies, all players may play an extra round. And I say, you know what? Now that I see this and the way this is played out, whatever, maybe you played that 5 as the second card, maybe, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and discard that bottle of gin. Boom. Now, we're going to have the surprise ball. But now, a couple other things to point out. We are playing a 3rd round. This 3rd round breaks all the rules. What I mean by that is Kyle can play or pass just like normal.
Yep.
But now, remember, I said, once you're out of a festivity, you're out.
Yep.
The exception to that is with a
gin.
bottle of gin. So if Jackie passed, she could then choose to come back in.
Yep.
But probably wouldn't because the cards are, unless...
It's locked.
It really is, right? Now, and same goes, also, if somebody were an informer, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, then even an informer who normally is never allowed to play cards during a festivity could do so.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that more in a little bit. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is, if we could, let me go ahead and get one more 8 out here. Let's say, instead of that, I had played that. Now, also, let me set up one more thing. I apologize. Give me 1 second. Not the 7 of cups or of fans. There we go. Let's say, giving a bad example. What I'm trying to say is, for the different ranks, with a dance, the jack of 4, 5, 6 versus a jack versus a 5, 6, 7, it has to be the higher number.
Right. Yep.
If it were a set of 6s and a set of 8s, the 8s would obviously
go.
trigger.
Yep.
Okay? All right. So, whatever that may be, let's go back to this like so. All right. So that is done. Now again, let's look at this. We have brought it to order. We have played. Now we need to select. So what is it out here that has happened? Which of the 3 things, or 4 things as it were, is we have a
Christening.
we have a christening. So we have a queen, we have an 8, we have an 8, and we have an 8. Okay. So how this is going to happen now is everything that is a part of that is now going to score. Okay? So the queen is going to score. In this case, that is going to score nothing. Because this is only if the community had played it. So therefore, I played it, but I just wanted the thing to go off well.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but then this is going to go ahead into the discard pile, i.e. the...
Goes into your reputation.
sorry, into my reputation. Apologies. Wrong phrasing. So then we go, and if there were a 4th 8 out here, I would get to choose as the party runner, the festivity
Which
runner.
3 8s?
Which 3 8s?
If Ken's rogue had perhaps been an 8,
Right,
you
then I could have
broken it
chosen.
up.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's
in this case, I don't have a choice. It's got to be that one, and that one.
Yep.
So in this case, go for it.
I'm going to score 5
5.
joy from this, and it comes into my reputation.
Yep.
The community
is going to score 5.
will score 5 from this card, and this will go to the safe pile,
Yep.
aka the discard.
There you go. Yep.
So we resolved all the desires in it. Now we're going to resolve the threats.
Right. So first off, we have what's called foiling a threat. And I'm just going to read this because I think it's written really well here. If a threat card is part of a selected set, add it to the safe pile instead of all the other cards that have been resolved. The player who played the card then adds all matching cards in their reputation to the safe pile. And if a threat played by the community was selected, all players do this. So getting back to this, if Kyle had something like this,
Yeah, let's say I had that 8 in there already.
that rogue is going to go to the safe pile, which is a good thing for those of us that have that.
Who care
That
about
will
yellow,
go.
Yeah.
And then all that have out here, he is going to take that. It is not a may, it is a must.
it's going out.
That will go into the safe pile. But he goes from a temporary reputation to a permanent, but it's a
Choose.
choice.
Yeah.
So I
Now-
could say maybe I think Pentacles is dangerous. We've already seen one threat go into the deck. I think there's going to be a lot of evidence. There's risk.
Or maybe there's already a bunch of cubes on the Pentacle house.
Right.
So
I could choose to just void myself of those 2 cards.
Right.
Or I could take 2 cubes because I put 2 cards of that suit into the safe.
Right.
Yep.
So, and he cannot be like, let's hedge our bets. Maybe I only want one. And the reason he can't is it's all or nothing. So he played this one, so that goes. And then this was in his tableau into his reputation. So he chooses to take a couple of reputation cubes there. So then we have resolved all of the things that were in the set that were selected, the queen and the 3/8. Now we have to do something with the rest of these cards. So the rest of these cards, you'll notice right here, again, going through the festivity, we have brought to order, we have played, we have selected, and we've scored. Now we have to add to the gossip. So everything else that's out there is going to go into the gossip pile. We start with the community cards because honestly, the community cards are basically irrelevant for the next part of this.
Yeah.
So now we look at who has cards left out here. In whatever order the festival runner chooses, they're now going to draw cards from the deck based on the number of cards that are going into the gossip. So I choose me first. That goes into my hand. And you know what? Nobody likes Ken. So Jackie, would you like to join us? That will go. Now, let's go ahead and say there's only one card left in the deck.
Right.
So now he has 2 cards. So that's okay. He's going to go ahead and take both of these cards and put them in here. So he's going to draw one there, but now there's no cards left. So therefore he's going to get a card IOU is what I think of him as, okay? And that says, hey, next round, you're going to get another card when we get to there, when the deck is replenished.
Right.
So one of the cards that Ken discarded, this threat was not scored,
Yeah.
goes to the gossip pile. When that happens, if a player played a threat that was added to the gossip pile, that player is exposed.
Right.
Right.
So Ken would have to discard all of his hearts, take cubes. That's what being exposed is. When you see
Yeah.
the word
Right.
exposed,
And
that's what it
you
means.
must,
I must take cubes,
cubes.
yeah.
So here's the difference.
That's a case where I wasn't scared of the threat, but I thought other people might be.
Right.
I got rid of it. I was exposed, but I didn't really have any exposure because I
Right.
didn't have any
Yep.
stuff
So
in my reputation.
the difference is his was a part of the set. He may take cubes.
Right.
His wasn't part of the set. He must take
That's right.
cubes.
Yep.
Okay? All right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Hopefully that's clear to everybody there.
But the difference is that I don't take a cube
For the
this
one
card.
that got discarded, or not
That's right.
discarded, into the gossip pile.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay? So now, I got it over here.
Yeah, there it is.
Now is the scoring part of the festivity. Thank you. So we did a christening. So the christening, you'll notice that is the community. That's the house symbol. So the community is going to score 2 points. I'm sorry, 2 joy.
2 joy.
joy.
Apologies. Habits. And then I am going to score based on the christening and my current reputation that matches that
That house.
specific house.
Yep.
So if we look at this, this is Red House or House of Hearts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Peg me 5 points. We going Sizzler. Woo! All right, that makes sense?
I got 2 things.
Go.
Yep.
So, up at the start, you mentioned about a house being raided. You cannot throw a festivity in a house that's been raided. I don't think it came up in our pre-plays. If it did, whatever.
Right.
You could not have taken that turn if that house had been
I
raided.
could not have taken that action.
If the house is raided,
Correct.
the community is too wary of the surveillance. They're not going to throw a party there.
Right.
So the second thing, somebody mentioned in the chat that when I were to have resolved that threat, I gained 2 cubes. The wording in the rulebook, if Whirligig is out there and wants to comment, or Joe, says the pride rule. Any player who adds cards to the safe pile at this time, which this is specifically talking about foiling a threat when it's part of a scored festivity, any who adds cards to the safe pile at this time may take a matching cube for each card added to the safe pile. I added 2 cards to the safe pile, the foiled threat and the card for my reputation. So we've been playing it, that is 2.
This is a question that I guess I didn't know we had. So,
and somebody mentioned it in the chat. We didn't have a question about
We
it.
talked about it earlier and decided that's how it works.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
intuitively, that's what makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
Because the way it's written in the rule book, it's kind of a sub-bullet under foiling a threat. And in that section, it talks about adding multiple cards to the safe pile, both the foiled threat and your matching cards from your reputation. So we interpreted that as you're adding them all to the safe pile, gain that many cubes. It seems a benefit for clearing a threat.
All right. So, festivity. Let me cover that briefly one more time, because that was a lot.
Yep.
Bring to order, i.e. take the candelabra.
Yep.
Everybody plays a card starting with the community, and the festival runner must play one.
Yep.
Then everybody else is a may or pass. Then select the highest, whichever it is of the 4.
We do that twice.
Play twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Then select whatever the highest is, and by select it means do, because it's an automatic.
Yeah, you're
except you're selecting.
You're determining it with some choice by the festival runner, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Then score it, then add to the gossip. Okay? Scored threats, clear your matching reputation. Non-scored threats gain cubes, increase gossip, and you must have cards to play. Right. Easy enough there. Joe says the foiled threat should not be included, so you'd only take 1 cube.
Great.
So,
Okay.
Joe, thank you.
Thank
I
you, Joe.
appreciate you chiming in on that. So, guess what? We've been playing the heavy cardboard version, as always.
Which is,
All right.
for most heavy cardboard variants, it's actually fairly friendly.
Forgiving, yeah.
Right,
Usually
yeah.
heavy cardboard variant, we put the screws to ourselves.
Right, yeah. All right. So all that said, that's all the 6 actions. 5 of them are very, very simple. The 6th one actually is pretty simple once you actually see it
Yeah,
in play.
when you see us play, it'll
Right.
make sense.
All right. So after that, you'll notice, oh, hey, the draw deck's empty. So when the draw deck is empty, that means it's the end of the week. So take the candelabra. So at the beginning of the next player's turn, so these would have technically slid down, and we go to refill. Oh, it's empty. So this is our reminder.
So start of my turn, I take the candle.
There you go. Hey, it's Kyle's turn there. Next step is everyone reveals any threats that are in their hand. Do you have any? It's on the honor system. There is a rule for tournament. And look, it's on the play with better people otherwise. I have one. So you have to reveal them, and hesitant players, i.e. anybody that reveals them now, is exposed, which again, if I was exposed here, I would have to discard here. Same thing
I got one,
applies. There you
so-
go. So that would all go, and
go in
those
gossip, right?
and those go into the gossip pile.
Yep.
That's not great for most of us.
No.
Then the society investigates. So the society is going to take this entire deck of cards. We're going to shuffle it, and we're going to count it. So this ends up being 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You divide that in thirds, rounding down. So 10 divided by 3 is 3 1/3. So therefore, we're going to remove 3 of these cards.
Yep.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. These are removed. Go into the safe pile. Now you can show what they
hey,
are.
got rid of
Hey,
the threat.
good news. We got rid of one of the threats. That's awesome if you're me. There. And now we're going to turn over the rest of the cards. And and we're going to sort them by the suit.
We'll see what
This actually is a perfect example. I would like to say that was
worked out
planned.
fairly well.
So now, looking
if
at
your red
this.
had been in there, that would be even better, though. So let's do it like this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay, sure. So you look at desire cards and mollies multiplied by threats. So in this case, that is 2 times 0.
None.
Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Next, and you can do this in whatever order.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We do yellow. 1 times 1 is 1, so therefore 1, effectively, it's kind of a threat cube when it's over there. Okay?
evidence. Is
Yes.
what it's called.
Yeah.
We'll go to red next. We have 2 times 1. That's going to be 2 over onto red.
So I was going to add a couple extra here just so we can
Sure.
talk about that.
All
But
right.
We'll say 2 times 1 for 2. So I'm adding 2, and we'll come around to what all of that means. in a
Okay.
minute.
So those are done, and then 1 times 0
0.
is 0. Okay, and we're double checking whether or not the threat adds 1 because that's an edge case, but I don't think so. All right. So now, that is gathering evidence. So now we look, count all the amount of evidence individually in each of the houses. Does any house have 7 or more? Let's say, for argument, you know what, we'll leave those there. Let's say it's that, okay? It wouldn't have, because we added 2. Maybe it's that. All right, so now check for raids. If there's 7 or more, that house gets raided. Well, we're looking at that. That's 4. That's 7. Remove 7 of that, leaving any extra remaining, and the house has been raided. That is pretty negative, pretty bad, okay? And we're going to place out the 2 dangerous cruising tokens as you see, all right? Whoever has the most reputation in the matching house. So looking at this,
4, 5.
5, and let's go ahead and say it were 1 here, sorry Jackie, and 1 there.
Oh, it does.
I clearly have the most reputation within the house that was raided.
Yep.
Well, you see these major indictments over here? Let's go ahead and show an example, shall we? So a major indictment might be something like that. I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, that looks pretty ominous.
Yeah.
So that means potentially you're going to die. You can't
50%
win.
chance of being hung.
Yes,
Yep.
and that is no bueno. Okay. Now they're not all that bad, but they ain't good. Okay. So you're gonna randomly draw one of these indictments for whoever has the most. So okay, I randomly draw that one. That's gonna live right there. And then the good news is ties are friendly in this game. So we look. So 1 and 1. Hey, good news. You're both tied, so you both get a minor indictment. The minor indictments, they're basically nothing. I mean,
Slap
what's
on the
that?
wrist. Slap on the
Minus
wrist.
However,
instance.
there's also legitimately not a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
Like super minor. So hey, as it is, you get 1, and those would hang out with everybody there. Okay? Now, it is possible you run out, but if so, you run out.
You'd lose if you somehow, in the unlikely event, quote the rulebook, you would run out of either type of indictment. You instead lose a flat amount of joy the moment you would need to take it. I believe it's
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4 for minor.
8 for major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then, there's no limit to the amount of indictments you can have. You can have multiples, so that's okay. Okay. Then at that point and that point only, we're going to check if the game has ended. The game can end one of 3 ways. The first one is if all 4 houses have been raided, or a house that's been raided theoretically would be raided a second time. It has 7 or more cubes again. And that's where having extra leftover cubes, not so great. The second way that can end, and that ends with what's called community infiltration. The second way the game can end is the more joyful way, and that is if the community marker reaches its threshold or passes it. In a 4-player game, is 30 points. And finally, if neither of those are met, and it's been 5 weeks, and we still can't get to 30 joy,
Or 2 houses haven't been rated.
right? Community atrophy. In other words, just
Wow.
everyone
fizzles
makes
out.
it, but there's no joy.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
joy.
No joy.
No. All right. Then after that, there's a step called Encounter the Society. So anybody that drew, not that has, but that drew indictment cards now has a choice to make. So let's say that is there, actually. That's there. Go and put it out anywhere. Okay, great. So now, the three of us all drew indictment cards. So now we have a decision to make. So remember those tiles that we had here, the encounters? These, there are 3 loyal and 1 informer one. You choose out of the ones that you haven't placed on the board already, what one goes out. And where does it go? It goes to the house that your pawn is closest to. If tied, clockwise. So I'm here. I'm going to choose one of those 4 secretly to place down. Whereas Kyle, he has to choose here because even though it's equidistant, it goes clockwise, goes there, and Jackie will place one out there. So that's how we're going to place those out there as such.
Yep.
Then after that, we're going to go through the cleanup, and the cleanup is just a handful of steps. Shuffle all the vice cards except those that are in your hand, reputation, and market. So these would stay, and any cards in hand would stay, but we would shuffle all the other ones. Then refill the market first, then add 1 into the gossip face down.
Yep.
And then players who have draw tokens, i.e. card IOUs, now must turn those in and you get that card for it. And then any items that were left on the board get discarded and refilled. And finally, advance the week to the next week. Rinse and repeat. That is
Nearest open house. So yours would have to go there.
I knew that, and my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, nearest open house.
Yeah.
All right. Now, there are a couple of things here that we haven't talked about. And I've debated whether or not to teach you all this now or wait. And I think it's smarter to wait.
The revealed informers.
The revealing informers, if that comes to be. If we haven't covered it, at the end of the stream, I will actually cover it to cover that way it's hit. But now let's go ahead and talk about what happens at game end. Okay? If community atrophy happens, what does that mean? That means the end of 5 weeks and none of the other 2 have happened. Everybody loses. And look, we're all sad. Okay, so that's the least likely, I would say. Okay? The favorable, maybe, option would be community survival.
I would say that's the favorable option. Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I totally think so. So, all players reveal their indictments at this point. So, we would reveal our whatever indictments we have. If anybody is an informer, i.e. remember when we encounter, hey, you're an informer, we flip them over, it's an informer. They have special rules regarding them, which we'll talk about if we hit. So something like this. So Kyle's an informer. If they're an informer, all of their indictments are pardoned. They just go away. Glorious for you. Terrible as a human being. But whatever. All right? That player discards all their indictments and any loyal tokens that are on the board. So maybe they showed that they were an informer there, but maybe they had a loyal token that just gets discarded. You don't get the benefit of being loyal when you're actually an informer. So that just hits the high road. Then anybody, let's say in this case, Kyle had put an informer token up there and the house was not raided. Well, guess what? The society works both ways. Oh, you were an informer, but you didn't actually inform us with anything usable. So therefore, you get an indictment.
Major.
All right? So they hate you, so you get a major indictment in that case. Then, everybody scores 2 joy for all their loyal tokens that are out there. Hey, look at me. Hey, look at you. Well done, you. So we're loyal. We would peg a couple of points. And then everybody with at least 1 indictment now has to deal with trial.
Yep.
So those simply roll and minus whatever 10-sided die and do what each one says.
That's
all right?
So I rolled a 1. It's -4. I was acquitted. I only lose a little joy. We do that, and I went first because I have the candelabra. We go around and resolve them.
Right. Yeah, there you go. If you've been hanged, you flip your joy marker over to the new side. The game is over. Whoever has the most joy wins that hasn't been hung.
Good note.
Good
If
note.
tied players share joy.
Yeah, right on.
Okay? All right. However, community infiltration, if all of the houses are rated, or a house effectively would have been rated a second time because it's been rated and it has too many cubes, the game ends in community infiltration. All right? So at that point, it's a little bit more convoluted. Players without informer tokens and those with an informer token matching an open house are found guilty of sodomy and hanged. Hard stop. Flip their joy marker over to the hang side. Players with an informer token matching a rated house are not hanged. Instead, because they're not allowed to have joy, you reset their joy marker to 0, and then they may score some victory points here in a little bit. Now, any informers get to score their victory points. They score 2 per evidence at the house with their informer token, plus 2 victory points for every reputation point of all the other players that match their house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they would score 6 for that. They will subtract 1 point for their own reputation in all the suits.
Yep.
So they would lose 2 points of those that they just gained. This includes the suit they informed against, because they're informers,
Yep.
but you're still guilty in the house of the society,
Sure.
I guess. Which, terrible.
Terrible.
The game is now over. The player with the highest positive points wins. If any players are tied for the highest, or no player has a score greater than 0, everyone loses.
Okay.
And that is how you play Molly House. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
It really actually is.
It honestly
It
is.
flows really well when
It
you
does.
start playing.
So, all that said, now that you've heard the rules, let's go ahead and cement them for everybody. Hi, y'all. And I will bring up cameras here real quick.
Indictments, please.
I'm glad Joe could make it. Hello, Joe. All right. Have a good one, Carla. I see you. All right. While y'all are doing this, actually,
Kyle,
if you don't
indictments.
mind.
I've already passed
You already put
them
them
off.
in?
Yep.
Okay.
Got these, got this, put that in the center with this, that, and that.
You know what? I want to share in the joy.
Shoop.
Seems thematic. Appropriate.
Sharing the joy indeed.
So that can come back. These can be stacked up here. I am playing. We've shuffled, I think, these, right? Have we?
Shuffle the top 2 for sure.
Okay, I'll shuffle this one. All right, he's shuffling. Here, while you're doing that,
Yeah.
here we go. So, speaking of joy,
Hey!
come on, work with me. There we go. We got a couple more. So, cheers to Brian VS and Guy R. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Question about
Thank you,
dangerous,
everybody.
dangerous cruising.
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
think we'll
well-
probably see it. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it when we get there.
Yeah. Again, some of this stuff, I'm trying to do as much of the teach that makes sense, but it gets a little in the weeds if I talk about things that you don't have context for. So we'll just wait on that. All right. Oh, also, as a visual cue, wherever the Festivities is going to be a little party, we're gonna throw this out instead of the votes for women X, because this is more positive than an X. So therefore, we'll put it out there just as a visual cue for all y'all. So we start with being dealt out 4 cards.
And then one to the gossip. Get our rules and the reference over here. So we
Oh
can
yeah,
have them
probably,
handy.
probably should. Here, throw there.
Perfect.
Okay. We have 1 to the gossip. We're going to put the market. And then what we're going to do, by the way, it says that you play out to the left side, but because we have it zoomed in so tight, both Jackie and Ken are going to play above their boards. So now you're going to play a card face down into your reputation. Thank you, Joe. Joe says, glad to be here, wishing you all a lot of joy. Thank you. We hope for a lot of joy as well. All right.
Yeah, I think dangerous cruising we'll talk about, and if someone ends up a revealed informer, which we have seen in a pre-play,
We have.
we'll talk about it. There's
Yeah.
a weird in the weeds rules which wouldn't make much
Do we
sense.
need to
when we
know
talk.
who's the first player at this point or not really?
That is actually a fair. Let me double check for setup here.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do we determine who gets the candelabra? I can't remember.
Let's see. 2 players for joy.
Give a random player the candelabra.
There you go. So that'll work.
Worst. Oh,
Purple.
Hank-
I don't like that it landed on the
Hank-
news side.
Yeah, I mean,
Ominous.
hey.
But I'll
for
take
you.
the candelabra.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. So everyone is selected simultaneously. We turn them up,
Yep.
and you immediately score. Start out with a little joy.
Okay.
3 for purple, please.
You're ready for purple.
Off to the races.
4 for Periwinkle.
Okay.
Amazing.
4 for pink as well.
Yellow elects to not take any at this moment.
Okay.
And now we start in your house. Okay?
Yes.
Yep.
So I played fans.
It's our house.
Yeah. In the
people's
middle of
house.
our street. Okay.
Can't even put yours above your board.
What? Oh, thank you. Good call.
Yep. All good. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I think we're all set to go.
I
do it.
think so. So,
Yeah.
all right. Step 1. Roll some bones.
Roll the dice.
There we go. All right.
Oh, the Ken roll.
Would you
Right.
like gin, or maybe you could do
Right. So he moves 2 or 4.
festivities?
So in other words, moving gin, house.
I will come 1, 2. So I'm choosing one of the dice, and my action will be to shop.
Okay, now, just for the first time that we go through this, okay? So the shop, take the item, perform a market discard. Market discard is going to be this jack. This jack says gossip if discarded. So there, done. So now we know that there is a yellow. We don't know what the other card is there. And thus ends the end of your turn.
Yep.
We shift, refill, and Jackie, you're up.
All right. 1, 2, or 3.
Yes. The most versatile of roles?
We went from maybe one of the worst rolls to probably one of the best rolls.
Right. Yeah, for-
The double 2 shoes roll, I mean, obviously it's situational, but I have not loved it.
That's
What do you
fair.
mean when you've rolled it? It's,
Yeah, right.
It seems to be all you could
All-
roll at one
yeah,
point.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like twice in a row I rolled that, and I didn't love it.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the cruise action.
All right. So, Cruz, play a matching desire to your reputation, then draw cards from the deck equal to your reputation. So,
So I'm going to play
must be hearts.
a hearts.
Checks out.
And I'm going to draw a card.
Done. That's it.
All right.
Jackie, scoot your whole thing a little bit towards you, just because we're knocking off the top of your cards. There.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, so we're
In
discarding.
fact, you could scoot yours down a little bit more. You're okay. Keep going. Yeah, that's fine because, yeah, that works.
one to the
perfect.
safe pile.
Okay.
Layering
So,
that down.
okay. So there, and because it doesn't have a discard or it just goes to the safe. So again, we're playing these face up so that we can see them. They're off camera, but
Fans
yeah.
get a little
Yep.
sick.
you'll hear us talk about it as we go.
So I could either throw a party right here, or I could indulge right here.
I mean,
Or I could move and cruise if I had a card that worked for that, potentially.
If.
Or I could lie low. And you know, at the start of the game, I thought that Constable was my problem, but it turns out it's our problem. So I'm just going to lie low.
all right. So lie low, literally
Yeah.
just top deck.
Yep.
All right.
And
Okay.
refill the market.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right. Step 1. Thank you.
Someone asked about the metal pawns. We have them. They're just kind of hard to distinguish top down on camera.
Yeah,
so-
they're really pretty and they feel great.
Awesome.
But yeah. All right. So we're boot scooting 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bottle of gin, awfully tasty. However, hold on.
I recommend 1 bottle of gin. I think it's a fine item.
Yeah, give me that bottle of gin,
Okay.
please.
So
2.
the Flying House,
So-
Flying Horse Mall is going into the gossip
Gossip.
pile.
Yeah. So, yep, easy enough. Done. And that will come here.
Mark it. All right, no market discard. Although it would be funny, we'd all just get exposed.
By funny.
No, it's good.
Okay,
Actually, no,
good.
you'd get exposed.
I would, because that's the jacks and queens count as tens.
10.
So yeah, that's not ideal. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to head 1, 2 back to Miss Muffs. And I will take the Indulge action, which is take a matching market card of my spot. So I'm going to snap up that.
We support this. We totally support
nice of
this.
you.
Yeah, it was. Way to be a team player.
This is a team game, right?
It can be.
So ends my turn.
All right.
I have not experienced
You
that.
haven't felt that so far today?
He hasn't felt the love. All right. 1, 2, or 3.
We all have cards in our hands.
We do.
Let's party.
All right. Let's do it.
So I'm going to throw a festivity
Yep.
at Suki Bevels.
Yes. All right. So,
Get the candelabra.
okay. So, step 1, bring to order. Step 2, play. Do you have at least 2 cards in your hand? Yes, you do. So, first thing, community.
Boom.
All right.
Oh.
Hey, that's a good start. So, and the reason that's a good start is if we want to score, then a jack and 3 consecutives. So that's in play
Yep.
theoretically right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to start off the party
Yep.
by playing
7 of cups.
7 of cups.
And everyone else could pass, but because it's your party,
You
must
cannot.
Cannot
play.
pass.
You must play.
I'm just saying. Hold on. Before we get too crazy here.
Listening.
Like, I mean, I see the possibility of a potential surprise ball. What do we think?
We could get a surprise ball in.
I mean, I realize the 4 is here, but
Well, I mean, but we could pretty much guarantee a dance because I've picked up that well,
Rogue.
I don't have a rogue. I have a constable. So
constable,
he's a 0.
right? Yeah.
So not as great, but I feel good about a dance. I mean, we got the free jack.
I mean,
Right. I mean, what we really want to do for the community is make sure the community scores.
Yes.
Right.
Selfish guy.
And always just. Yeah. So we'll go ahead.
I'm just saying we could maybe do a surprise ball.
Get in the middle there, you know.
Just in the interest
Show
of
the
helping
for the
folks
people.
out.
For the people.
No.
Not the community, but the people.
We're not talking about a quiet gathering. We're talking about a surprise.
Go ahead.
That
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Ken, if you're taking opinions, a 6 or a 9.
A 6 or a 9.
No, hold on. Not a 9.
Could be a 6.
Or I'm sorry, not a 6. I apologize.
Yeah, 9 sounds good.
Yeah, let's get a nice high run.
Yeah.
All right, y'all look down for a moment. Okay, so here is my hand. Okay. So, what I'm debating right now is, do I want to contribute to this festivity? Because if I do, it's points. But right now, there's a 7 and a 9. And if I don't play an 8, then it's likely I'm not going to be a part of this. So you know what? I pass. I really like Suki Bevels, but unfortunately at this time, I'm not going to take part.
Let's tango. baby.
Hey! All right, we have officially had a dance at the festivity is definitely going to get scored, okay? So therefore, I mean, that's going to happen. Now, that's the end of the first round.
2 rounds of playing cards.
And now, the 1 of hearts has come in.
Okay. So we know we're having a dance.
Yep.
Already on the board.
You gotta play.
Yeah, Jackie has
I need
to play.
one of the 2 cards in my hand.
Yeah. Being card poor in this game sucks.
Yep.
And I'm trying to recall. Yes, that would do that. Okay. So
Okay, Constable has been played.
Constable's joining our dance.
Well,
Okay.
He's gonna watch it and then get kicked out.
Yeah.
And is it going to mean that you have to lose your cup eventually?
I believe so, but I believe
Yeah.
the order of operations is after it scores.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I'll pass.
Okay. Throw it on your rogue, if you would, or on your,
Sure.
on your rogue. Thanks.
So anything else that I would play,
Would just be to
Switch it out.
get it into the gossip pile.
turn
effectively.
the deck, get and maybe get better cards in your hand.
Yeah, I think I will. Just a weak desire. It's nothing compared to the dance.
Okay, so we are now done. So now we need to determine and score the festivity. So obviously it's going to be a dance, as we know. So therefore, each selected card's added to the rep of the player that played it and score it. Okay, so that is the Jack, which is going to be 4 for the community.
Because specifically here, it has a little community icon
Yep.
and 4 stars underneath it.
Okay,
That
Comes
goes
into
to
the save
save.
file.
Yep. All right.
I have an 8, which gets me 5.
Okay, that's 7 is going to
Seven
get
gets me
Jackie 4.
four.
And now your rogue will not
Doesn't
score
give me
you,
points.
but
Yep.
it goes into the save file.
Yep.
And
Okay.
now you can add that. And would you like a green cube?
And again, just to be clear, he played the rogue. He had that in his reputation. This must get discarded.
Yeah.
This one doesn't count against him, but this one, he either chooses to get a cube or not a fans.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think I would. It's either 2 or 0.
No, it's 1 or 0. The one you played is not.
Joe clarified that
Yes.
for us.
Yeah.
Everybody is in fans,
Yeah.
so I don't know that it's really that advantageous for me to go that direction. So I'm
All right.
gonna say no.
Okay, so now generate gossip. So everything that's left is going to go into the gossip pile. So first off, this will just go, and now the festival runner has it. Normally, this really doesn't matter because it's a random draw deck, but you're going to choose. However, if a player played a threat that's added to the gossip pile, that player is going to be exposed. So,
Be me.
all right, you want to go ahead and do you first here?
Sure.
All right, so this is
So.
going into the gossip pile. Now you are exposed, so therefore that card must get into the gossip pile.
And you take a
I
matching
take a
blue,
mandatory.
There you go.
blue cube.
And now you, sir,
That just
goes in there. Okay?
And did you guys get your cards
We
already?
both get to take a card.
For those, you
Yes.
get replenished for that. Now, if the community had played a card, just to be clear,
A threat.
okay, a threat that was not part of the scoring, because it can be if it's a rogue that and we rolled and that ended up. If it's not, everybody is exposed in that color, and then you are forced to take cubes in that case. Finally, the last thing we have to do is score the runner's bonus. So we did a dance. So the community is going to score 1 point
Yep.
there, and then the other players, the festival runner, so in this case Jackie, is going to. We are in House of Hearts. House of Hearts is going to be 1, so Jackie scores 1 point.
There we go.
that is
What's the goal of this game?
to become
Joyful.
a successful informant and sell us all out.
Because y'all got a lot of joy over there. I seem to be lacking in happiness and joy.
Joyless.
Pass mark.
All right.
And I'll give you the dice.
Cheers.
So as you can see, pretty straightforward,
Wow.
pretty easy.
Oh, man, and a fancy fellow and a
fancy
nice
fellow.
carriage.
All right, so both of these
Both of those are going away.
going away. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
It's literally in the rules. It does say you just go to anywhere you want on the board, but a fancy fellow and a fine carriage.
We'll go. No, let's go over here. And I'll cruise. So I'm gonna play this 3,
Yep.
score 3 points.
No,
no.
sir.
Don't score
No,
for
sir.
Oh,
cruising.
right.
score,
right,
You
right,
just
right.
draw.
I just draw. This drawing is still pretty good though.
Okay. All right. Refill, please.
Yep.
Shoop.
And I apologize for interrupting the gameplay, but not really. There we go. Big Tuna in the house.
Thank you.
Thank you, Big Tuna.
Cheers.
Or maybe it's Big T. since I've been abbreviating everyone's last name. So cheers. Yes, twice in 6 games. And Ken is the one who's rolled it. That is a fact.
Yes.
All right.
Ken's a magnet for a fancy fellow and a fine carrot.
He is. All right. So we're moving 1, 2, or 3. All right, let's look at this.
Lots of good
I
options.
do have that. There's that's just unfortunate. I think that's what I want to do. I don't know that it matters terribly much as far as whether I want to go to Moorfields or the Royal Exchange. Moorfields is more my cup of tea. I think that's more my jam.
All right.
So now I will gain a market card, so I'm going to indulge. I'm going to choose, and it's green, so therefore it must be a fans. So there, done. Fini, sir.
All right. Let's see what we got. 1 or 2. Not exactly what I was looking for. I think I will just go 1. I see I'm about the Royal Exchange.
I mean, that suits you. You are much more highbrow.
However, we're going to lay low at the Royal Exchange,
Okay.
All right.
as you are wont to do.
Yeah, as you. I mean, it does seem a little sketch, maybe.
Okay.
The Ken roll.
2,
The other
Right,
Ken
yeah,
roll.
right, yeah.
4.
Yeah, you do seem to live in the
Yes,
extremes.
guys are box
right?
cars.
Yeah,
Pretty
right.
much
Yeah,
what I've
literally.
been living. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm feeling a little parched,
Okay.
so we're gonna come over to Cannon Street.
little
Buy this
little bottle of gin. All right.
3 into the
We're
safe
gonna
pile.
put the
Yep.
3 into the safe pile.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, folks in chat are mentioning the art. The art was by Rachel Ford, and it is awesome.
It's
It is
fantastic.
beautiful.
It really is. And every card has its unique art.
And my understanding is all the art assets on the Desire cards, they string together to make one long picture for each of the 4 suits.
That's
which is
awesome.
super cool.
I have not laid them out yet to
Same.
check
Yeah.
that. By the way, how many of y'all at home have gotten a copy, either pre-ordered, however, and have played?
We'll go.
That's 4.
And we'll.
Okay.
My copy came on Friday, and I was very happy.
Ours
And here you
as
were
well.
playing that? Yeah. I would say that was coincidence that we're streaming this week. No, it's not. No, we're
Carefully planned.
It really was. Okay, so we're moving 1 or 2. I think that's the right answer. Yeah, I'll go ahead and move 2. So
Yeah.
moving over to the Royal Exchange.
We land low.
No. We're gonna cruise. So
Okay.
I will play a matching desire to my rep.
Yep.
However, in this case, I
are
am
gonna
going to
score
score
Yeah.
because I have that Molly there, so I'm going to score 2.
Yep.
And then I'm going to draw 2 cards,
Very nice.
speeding up the week a little bit, but
Yep.
also
Yeah, what do we got
Help
left
it.
over there?
I just wanted to feel what it's like to have a little joy in my life.
Well,
That's
sure.
all. That's
Hard to
all.
argue.
The more the merrier.
Right? Seriously.
Oh, 1, 2, or 3.
That's the best one.
Second best one, besides the fancy fellow in his
Oh
fine
yeah.
carriage.
Although I don't like the double discard. I don't like it.
So I think I'm going to be headed back to Miss Muffs. I'm a big fan of the fan corner, so
Okay.
if you wouldn't mind
Yep.
sticking me back
I got
over
you.
there.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be party time.
Party time.
Ain't no party like a Miss Muff festivity.
Now, not speaking to Ken, speaking to the fans, the fan aficionados.
Yeah,
at the table.
you have my
Fan
full
fans.
attention.
I think we should have a quiet gathering.
Huh.
Because I'm holding, you watched me pick up the fan constable, and the fan rogue is already over there. We can get rid of all threat to fans if we have a nice, quiet gathering.
While I hear you, I am so far behind y'all, who the other fans.
And I'm bringing myself closer to you because I'll be losing points if we have a quiet gathering.
You will lose a point.
I will lose a point, but I'll
A
still be
point.
bringing myself
Yeah,
down.
there is that.
Well, regardless, we'll still see the first community card.
Yeah.
And
Okay, that's fair. No, it's a good discussion to
I
have.
am calling to order by taking the candle.
There we
over.
go. All right.
That is an awfully quiet card.
Eventually, even more reason to have a quiet
Right,
gathering.
now, we haven't really talked about it, so if you would, a moment.
Yep.
So, the Quiet Gathering, it's the 4 lowest, so if it's not those 3, then
Yeah.
it's the 4 lowest cards all score, right?
Yeah.
So, lowest being constables, because they're always zeros, but also anything else out there that is, low. So I could get on board with it. I'm not opposed to it.
You will not score as if you would otherwise. Maybe as much if you can get a card into the Quiet Gathering.
Fair.
But I'm saving us future pain. So, Mr. Willis is here. I invited him because I'd like to show him that we have a coffee. We're having a
Mr.
quiet
Willis.
night.
Yeah, just having maybe a little gin.
Yeah.
I am accepting risk for the community right now.
Okay, way to be a team player. I appreciate it. I am aware, John. Go ahead, Jackie.
Quiet
You
Gathering.
know what? I'm just a party animal right now. And there's no way I could be quiet if I attended this gathering. So
Oh, okay.
I'm a pass.
Hang out with your bottle of gin at home.
Me and my bottle of gin are going to have a loud night at home.
Put it on the corner.
Oh,
right
yes.
There you go.
All right.
There we go. All right.
Okay, so asking for a friend.
It's the friend
I
you.
have a threat in my hand,
Uh-huh.
but I don't have anything in my reputation.
There's no risk to you.
There's no
it's-
risk to me.
But if it's a rogue, we ignore rogues for having a Quiet Gathering, so it will not be scored. So if you throw a rogue down, doesn't matter what you set it at, it's not scoring, and you will be exposed as a result. But if you
Okay.
have nothing in that suit,
I don't
then
have anything in that suit.
It just goes into
again,
gossip.
there's no downside to
Yeah.
it, right? Yeah.
Well, so before we get there,
Yeah.
we'll go here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Score you a
get
little
in.
point.
Yeah.
A couple of points.
you can still
maybe?
score. But as we just
Yeah.
saw, the runner of the Quiet Gathering, I
Right.
lose a little prestige in the community.
I mean,
What's that you say?
Um,
so let me think. I think that's actually okay. Yeah. All right. I'll join the party. See?
next community card, please.
All right. Yep. Go for it.
Nice big one.
Yeah. All right.
Well, too bad for the community.
Yep.
So I'm forced to play. I was the party gatherer. It's a Quiet Gathering.
Hmm.
I'm drunk
You
at
passed.
home. I'm drunk at home.
Gin.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get rid of this guy. I don't. We'll make him a 0 just for the heck of it. But
I don't think you can make him a 0.
why not?
You can, but he's not going to get counted.
Okay, fair
Specifically,
enough.
a Quiet Gathering says,
Ignore rogue.
So
and you pass, presumably.
no.
No, I'm trying to lead you to it.
So hold on. So now we're gonna have a bit of a conversation here. Okay. So you want to take it for the team? Here's how this works. If you want a Quiet Gathering, I want assurances
That your two will get
my
picked.
2 will be chosen. Because if you look at this now, currently the constable is going to get chosen. They always get chosen.
and the one.
And the 1 will always get chosen. Well, because lowest 4 cards. Constable 1. Then you could be a team player and go ahead and do the community, and then you're going to pick mine. If that's how this plays out, then I am willing to pass if I have your assurances. If I do not, I think we could have a christening.
Yeah, if somebody has a queen, they could spike it.
And by somebody, you mean me.
Yeah,
You're the only one left.
Facts.
I'd like to clear that constable. No, my intention was must be played because they're the 2 lowest. I'd like the community because the community is going to lose a point.
I
for
have
the
no
Quiet
doubt.
Gathering. I'm
Yeah.
happy to choose yours. You're quite far behind.
Okay.
I can throw pity down the ladder.
Fine. I have your assurance on this?
100%. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right. Okay. All
You're
right.
passing.
In that case, I will pass.
All right.
Okay. So, as discussed, now you choose.
I decline to play bottle of gin.
Yeah,
There are-
as do I. I'm sorry,
Me three,
Jackie.
no.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Okay.
Wouldn't that be something?
All right. See, but played differently, I could have brought everybody in for a Quiet Gathering, and then maybe I would have spiked it.
Yeah,
but I set
yeah.
up a play to get rid of the
Yeah.
constable. I
No.
want
That
out.
works. That works.
So we are
Okay.
going to, unfortunately, just have a nice Quiet Gathering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are going to choose the constable as
Yes.
a 0, the 1, the community 2, and Edwards 2, because I'm a man of my word.
Thank you very much. Okay.
And
so,
also, I was rude to you
score
during the Lahab
two.
stream, so I'm trying to get some good karma.
Two, right?
yeah, 2,
All right.
and this will come.
Community scores
Community
2,
scores 2.
which that goes to the safe pile.
Yep.
Uh,
Your.
I'm resolving this threat.
Well, actually, no. That goes into the safe pile.
Directly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
But
yeah.
but because we've scored a threat, I'm going to also have to do this.
Okay.
This
Yep.
is I foiled the threat.
Yes. Yes.
So-
Yes.
That can go over there, and
Would you like a cube or not?
I'll take one because I've cleared the threats for that for this week.
Yeah,
So I
that's
feel
right.
all right about taking that. I'm not going to suffer for it,
Yeah, that's right.
at least this time. These two cards, which kind of have not much going
You
on,
get gossiped up.
I'm going to draw one from the deck because my 2 was not chosen. And now
I'm exposed, but nothing happens.
there's just some cups threat
And
out
I
in the world.
draw.
Yes.
That was. Yeah. Okay.
You draw for card not chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
There. You'll notice there are 4 cards left. That it's public info. So way to be team players. See, all agreeable. That all worked.
Yep.
Now we know whose turn it is because Kyle has the
finished,
candelabra. So therefore, Jackie, it is your honor.
Wait, I can't reach it?
Yeah.
All right.
Teeter Freak asks, isn't it 2 cubes? No.
No.
We thought it was based on the reading of the rules. But Joe, the designer, clarified for us earlier, when you resolve or when you foil a threat,
Yeah.
you only take it for the card that you moved from your
Yeah,
reputation.
they were very clear on that, so we appreciate that, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
My guess is that will be early on in the FAQ. All right, so Jackie, sorry, your honor.
1, 2, or 3.
A good roll.
By the way, all y'all on Twitch, we do see your chat. So it seems a lot of people have played the solo. It
Oh,
seems
interesting.
a lot of people have. But a lot of people have not played the multiplayer yet, which makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
you know, as the game teachers, you learn the game that way. Or a number of y'all have been waiting for this today.
Yeah.
So
Right.
hopefully this is helpful for y'all.
Or you
That's
get,
the whole
You
point.
get your copy on a Friday and you can't see your friends.
Right.
I got my
Until the
copy
next
Friday
weekend.
evening. I spent all
Right.
yesterday playing rugby, and now I got here at 9:30 in the morning
Yes.
to start playing today.
Perfect.
So
Works out. Works out.
I think I'm going to go 1. And I'm going to cruise over here at the old round court.
Okay.
All right.
all right,
And Queen of Irons. If
Oh,
So-
yes.
Indulging.
you're
Oh,
indulging.
I'm indulging. I'm
Yes.
sorry,
Yeah.
wrong one. Yes.
You could play a
I'm
heart
indulging.
and cruise, but then
Right,
you'd be
but-
top
yeah,
decking
correct.
too.
Yep.
And
All right, Ken. 3 cards left.
Yep.
And that is theoretically a fifth of the game. We have found in our experience. Okay. So, Ken, everybody in Hearts is exposed.
no, it's the most
So,
infamous. which is-
hold on. Potentially exposed.
Yeah.
So it's 8, it's 4, nothing. So therefore it's 8.
So that's
There.
gonna go, and I'm gonna get force rate.
Moving on up.
There we go.
Moving on
There
up.
we go.
That roll is not good.
When we finished that last festivity, did me and the community each lose 1 point?
No.
No.
Oh, we didn't do community scoring.
It's funny because there's so many steps before then. The last one is
Yeah.
just take a look at the little chart and move some. Everything else so involved. It's
Yeah.
easy to forget.
100%. Yeah.
That is just not the roll that I wanted.
What did you want, Ken?
Not that.
Okay.
I am going to
Here, I'm going to put that there. So as a reminder to us.
move forward 1 to go on to Cannon Street. And I am going to
Lay low.
lay low. Exactly.
I agree, Shadow Watcher. So Shadow Watcher says, Molly House, so cool to have it come to the table. The queer community needs celebration now more than ever. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Agreed. All right. Again, I
Let's
apologize,
leave
but
him
not
there.
really
Let's leave
for
him.
interrupting gameplay. It's the
Great.
struggle is real, but I'm happy with this.
Cheers.
Charles R. Cheers. Thank you for the support.
Cheers.
Very, very much appreciate that. Thank you.
39 away from 850, just saying.
That's the goal for the patron drive. 39 away. We can get there. We got 2 more days, 2 and the rest of today. All right.
Me?
No, sir.
was
In the game of Molly House, we
We
go
go in clockwise.
Yeah, right.
It's like the 3rd time today I've done that. I don't know why I keep doing that.
All right, so this is ending at the end of this round no matter what.
Yes.
Right, because that card is going to get drawn. So because the
Yeah.
X that goes away, that's going to
That's
slide.
just terrible.
So now, okay. So now I have 1. The question is, do I want?
Can I talk you into a festivity?
Could be cool and fun.
We like things that are cool and fun.
Okay, so
Just
okay.
like things that aren't.
Now, you know what? I'm gonna actually show the peanut gallery this because I think this is an important thing at this point. So give me just 1 second to set this up. I did not have this set up because I wasn't planning on doing this, but I think this actually matters. So a moment. There we go.
Yes.
All right. So actually, I will set this up and have it to where there. Okay. All right. This is in the safe pile. This is common knowledge. This is public information. So therefore, we all know. So this is when Ken asked, "Can I talk you into having a festivity?" I immediately looked over. Don't too far.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I got it. We're good. We're good. Where
Cool.
it goes. Looking at this and debating whether or not to have said festivity. So talk me into it. I'm all ears.
I mean, do you want to score points?
I mean,
Crazy
potentially.
argument. Crazy
I
argument.
mean, I'm all but assured, probably two. As
Yeah.
long as. So what kind of festivity are we thinking of having?
I'm pretty flexible.
Okay. I would.
We know Jackie has a queen.
I could help out with a christening.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I'll be a team player.
I love it.
I mean,
you always are. When are you never? You're never not a team player. You always are.
Wow.
There's no. You feel like I'm being sarcastic?
Oath was so long ago.
Okay, so you moved here.
All right.
Grab
so
the
the candelabra comes home. Okay.
Phenomenal.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So start off.
Oh, what happens if we have to draw a community card and there's nothing? in there?
Joe, that is a good question.
Oh, we
In
didn't.
round 2, we're not going to have a card to draw.
I think it does call it out in the rules, so we could check.
Okay. While I'm debating what card to play, just put that anywhere.
Yeah,
That's
just
fine.
knock it over.
Okay. Keep these away from you. All right.
Boy,
Assume they just count as
Shuffle the gossip and draw, someone's saying. That would be fun.
oh, that's
Shuffle
cool.
and draw from gossip.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
that works out
great.
perfect. We have
See,
never
we got
encountered
it.
that in all of our games. Oh, then hell yeah. I'm happy to do
Let's
this.
go.
Let's party.
Okay.
So just, it's 5 joy for the community if we manage to do a christening with 8s.
And think about how much gin we have.
So much.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there that looking over here again, instead of I hear that's good for
Yeah, you're thinking about what's good for you. I know.
also, but you know what? I'm just saying a surprise ball is doable here, people.
Huh?
It includes the community.
Sure.
So a surprise ball, I
Okay.
would love to help the community as well as to show the people at home what it can be about.
That's a beautiful, lofty goal, but a christening will do.
Okay, all right, fair. Jackie?
Yes, a christening will do.
A christening will do.
Let me see.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I have this 8.
Oh boy.
A different christening.
Huh. Okay,
A bigger
so
christening.
it
Bigger,
is on
slightly larger christening.
hold on, let me see. They're playing the card. Where was it? On page 10. It's because there's been some discussion. Well, you know what? Joe said the gossip.
Yeah,
pile.
I trust Joe.
So yeah, I very much trust Joe. In Joe, we trust. Here. It's a thin deck to be able to do a cut. Okay, here we go.
Let's see it.
Okay.
There's a little
Community's out on it.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. You know what?
I mean,
In the end,
complicating the plot, Ken.
I do
my idea.
think what? What was it?
I'm just trying to do what's good for the community. Don't you want the community to have 5 joy?
I want The community
Yes.
What is wrong with
So
Go on.
so the community scores with the queen only if the community
Yeah.
played the queen.
But if the community scores that 8, they get 5 joy.
But the player doesn't score for the queen. So if whenever Jackie plays a queen, it's
Right.
going to score nothing.
Well, but
Because
it
the queen-
will score
In the
all
future.
future cards in that suit.
Yes.
That's a fair point.
I mean, yes, it's a short-term, long-term thing, but
Yeah,
I've
so
never,
long-term.
I've never been like, oh, dang, I have to play this queen.
Right,
now.
I know. So Jackie, you can save it. You're
All right.
fine. Okay.
See, it's his party, so he'll pick it.
Oh wait, you know what? I just realized that is not the right card to play. I apologize. Constable will come out.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it, because I would have the queen, and
Yeah.
then the constable at the end of the week will then take my queen.
I see.
So yeah, it makes sense to keep
Cool.
said queen.
Well-
Maybe.
I mean,
Okay.
I think,
Yeah.
Edward, good turns and prior handshakes maybe can come back around.
Yeah. I mean, well, no. Here's the thing. Currently, we now have a christening for the first time. We did not have a christening. I will say that Cornflower is in the lead currently.
Oh yeah, if Princess Seraphina's already on there, who am I to step on her toes?
Thank you. Hey, very, very proper of you. That would be indiscreet.
Pass.
Pass.
Or that would be improper. Yes. Well done.
Well,
you. Oh no.
Well, actually, no, it's my
God.
queen, so it's all good.
Oh.
don't make that an 8.
Are you really gonna do that?
Obviously.
Doing it.
There's a board for that.
Wow. You know what? On behalf of the entire Molly House community.
Excuse me. The community's getting 5 joy.
No, just on behalf of the three of us.
Okay.
No, I'm fine. No, I'm actually fine with it. It's my queen.
Yeah, just on behalf of you two.
Glory to her.
Right around.
2 of them. I mean, it's less joy for me, but
Sure.
I clearly have an interest in fans.
Was there an over/under today?
Should have been higher. You'd think I'd learn. You know whose fault it is, really? It's mine. It's my fault.
Well, there's plenty of gin out there if we wanted to maybe get another round in.
Oh, that's a good point.
If you wanted to. I don't know if it bring value to you. You can choose first because you're
Sure.
leading.
If you can figure out how to get a surprise ball out there.
Jackie.
Go fish.
Well, it is possible. Do you have anything that coordinates maybe with coins there?
I do not.
Okay, then I elect to not play a bottle of gin.
No
Okay.
gin.
Okay.
Same.
All right. Well, it has to be of 8s
Only
because
one way this can go.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's so gross. All right. So this goes to Kyle's
So it's no points for me now, but
Yeah.
I can score combo scoring on fans later.
5 for the community.
Whoo, yes,
Goes to
community,
safe.
baby.
Ken gets 5.
Yep. And then I'm going to have to...
Nope. Back that up. I
No?
appreciate it, but
Oh.
I'm yellow.
All right. And then I'm going to have to lose these.
Yep.
Yeah.
But in
At
this
least
case,
there's that.
In this case, I think I... Ooh, that's so interesting.
You know this is about to go in, along with those two, into
Yeah.
the gossip. It's 3 or 0.
So it's a cut your losses situation.
Yeah, so the question,
potentially.
so he's losing these 3 cards. It's whether
Yeah.
or not to take the cubes.
I
is
think
the
no.
question.
I think I'll hold off and not take them.
Okay, done.
No exposure.
No exposure.
Yeah, that's a fact. So we have now taken care of everything. So this will go in there.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, yeah, that's it. Sorry. Now, it really doesn't. The order doesn't matter.
You're exposed
So
for coins.
I'm exposed. I have none,
Yep.
but that's 1 card. That's 2 cards.
So 2 draw tokens for
Correct.
you. 1 card for Kyle is 1 draw token. We're taking draw tokens
Yeah,
because
and
the
then
deck is empty.
1 for Jackie. Okay.
All right.
So that is now the end of the week. So now it's end of the week because the draw pile's empty. So now reveal any threats that you have in your hand.
None.
Okay,
Yeah.
nobody has any. All right, so now the society
Oh,
investigates.
right. You played yours.
I did. That's
Yeah.
why I wanted to
Yeah.
see, and that's the.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
And-
I shouldn't have exposed the queen, to be clear, but
Yeah.
my mistake.
We're learning.
The final step of all festivities.
Oh God! I even have the.
I know.
I even have the damn check mark.
Community gets 2, and Edward will also get 2 for having
Right.
2
So
fans.
community is getting 2 points,
Done.
and because it is at fans, 2 points.
Yep.
There we go.
It's funny
I
because it's
appreciate that, David. Thank you.
It's an important way to get points in the game. Little bits
Yeah.
and drawing with little risk, but
Yeah. Yeah, this is not a game with big integers, so 2
No,
points
right.
is not nothing at all.
Right.
Correct.
It is more than 5% of
All
our
right.
score.
So we've shuffled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 divided by 5 or divided by 3 rounded down is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and show the peoples.
Well, 1 threat avoided.
Okay. All right. So now here we go. Okay. So start at blue. 2 times 2, 4 cubes.
was there 2 in there? Or was that
What?
I think it's 3 times 1.
Three.
I
Times one.
apologize. Sorry. It's 3 times 1.
Yep.
It's 3. My
3
bad.
evidence
Apologies.
on JCTs.
3 times 1. 1 times 2. So 3 and 2 respectively.
3 on
Yep.
Suki Bevels and 2 on Mother Claps.
All right. Go ahead and get rid of the cards, please.
Can you give me the rules? I just want to check.
Yeah.
I want to check one
yeah.
thing.
I know. I saw it too.
Yeah.
So. Okay. No raids because no house is at 7.
Yep.
Has the game ended?
No.
Okay. So now nobody gained any indictments.
And
So
no.
now we do cleanup. Shuffle all the vice cards except for these, and these.
Yep.
These being
What's
there.
there?
So this has come to me because
Because it's the beginning of your turn.
At the start of my turn, we checked and it was empty. So that's come to me.
One card, up,
Then a
down,
bunch of draw tokens.
and then a bunch of draw tokens. Discard, yes ma'am, you nailed it. Go ahead, have the discard over there. Here you go. And then we are into round 2. I got you. There you go.
Nope. You still get 2 tokens.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so.
Great.
Because I played the card. Yeah, so 2, please.
1 for Kyle, please.
And Joe didn't speak
One for
up,
me
so I
as well.
assumed we got that right.
Yeah. Just to be clear, someone had asked, did Edward get 1 draw
Thank
token or 2 for having 2 cards go into the gossip pile, even though one of
I
them
played the constable,
was
right?
it doesn't matter that one of them was a threat. It still hit the gossip pile.
Yep.
So 2 tokens.
All right, it is Kyle's turn, as y'all see. So, Kyle, it's your honor, sir.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, new cards came out. I suppose we had to talk about these a little bit. So, Domino, play before revealing the gossip at the end of the week. Your reputation is ignored during raids. That is glorious.
Not bad.
Domino,
Right.
pretty good.
The violin, one of y'all.
Anytime during a festivity, draw an additional 2 cards for the community. So
I mean,
Yeah.
potentially
maybe
really
get
good.
a little help. Maybe screw yourself over.
All right, and go ahead, ma'am.
So for the newspaper notice, as your action, if you are at an open house, place an encounter token face up there and add all matching market cards to the gossip pile, resolving any threats as if discarded from the market. Furthermore, if you played a loyal encounter token, score 2 joy for each card added to gossip.
Yep, and any threats are resolved as if added to the gossip by the market discard.
Yeah.
Players often use newspaper notices to become informers, and as they play their informer token face up, they become revealed informers immediately. By the way, when that happens, this is the revealed informer stuff, and then we'll cover all of that
Yeah.
if and when that comes to be. So newspapers help with that, all right?
It's a weird card that has a lot of great technical use.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So to me, I have a candelabra. When we roll. Ooh, Q,
1 or 2.
Q. Let's see. I'll put that over there for now.
Are y'all following along at home? Everything making sense?
Send me towards the newspaper notice.
We want to go on to it?
No, sorry, 1 space. Send me to more fields.
Yep.
And I'm going to go cruising.
All right.
So I'm going to play a matching desire. So
Sure.
green to my rep. This will score me 3 joy for having Princess Seraphina.
Okay, right. And you are purple. 1, 2, 3.
And then I will draw 1, 2, 3 cards from the deck, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is not an exceptionally long game. For everybody at home that is new to this.
We found that it typically does not go 5 chapters.
No, like it might go
Yeah.
3 normally, I would argue.
Yeah, and that's it for me.
Okay.
All right. 2 or 4. Not a great space to have to go 2 or 4 from. Let's see.
All right, because you were here. Yeah.
I am there. No way to get to shops.
No. Because 2,
Four.
2, 4.
Or
Or,
festivities,
I guess. 4.
shops
Yeah,
and
right. Yeah, it's kind
festivities,
of
yeah.
in no person's land. Yeah. I appreciate that ES says yes. Very easy to follow. We are, wait for it, cruising through the playthrough.
I'm going to come over to St. James Park
Okay.
and lay low.
Okay.
All right.
By the way, I see another designer in house, Jackie Fox. So, what's up, Jackie? And welcome everybody. Again, you with the extremes, dude.
Yeah. So, bottle of gin versus violin. It's probably one of those two, I think.
You don't want to throw a party?
Not at one of those 2 spots. I'll take the violin. I'll move over here. So we're discarding that
Yeah. So
that
the
jack into
yep.
the gossip.
Okay. You see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all good.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
These boots were made for walking. That's just what they'll do.
I'm so tempted.
Somebody mentioned that we all coordinated dress, not for player colors. We all match like the color palette of the box.
We
well.
we
I
really
think
do.
it's
We
pretty
do.
good.
Yeah. So well done.
Purely
Yes,
by
yeah,
accident. Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
What was it? What? I
He
missed.
said purely by accident. I said, speak for yourself.
I appreciate you. All right. All right. So I have a moral dilemma right now.
Oh boy.
Do I? Do I? I don't want to. But look at where I am on the score track.
He doesn't want to, he says.
I really don't want to.
Well, then don't do it.
I mean,
Nobody's going to make you do
but-
something you don't want to do.
I was participating in the background.
Oh my god!
Throw a party. No, you gotta move.
I have to move.
Newspaper notice, and then next turn reveal yourself.
I mean, no. We go to the Royal Exchange,
Okay.
and we'll go ahead and cruise.
Sure.
It's great action.
I'll go ahead and score 2 points. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I will enjoy 2 joy.
Experience.
Yep.
Experience 2
Joy.
joy, and that'll be 3 cards, which puts me at
Right-
hand limit.
right at the
Thank
old
you.
hand limit,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is the right thing. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
All right, awesome. Radu says, watching this as I'm playing alone with my wife, massive fun and,
Safe pile.
like always, really helpful video. I am glad. Okay.
All right. 2-0.
Okay.
Something was added here.
Yeah. Remember when it
was the jack-
It was the jack of hearts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I might have been in the restroom when it happened.
No,
You
I
were there.
actually,
You tried to point it out to you.
I actually pointed it out, and you said yeah,
My
and then I
brain-
put it back.
I didn't get a lot of sleep.
John, trust me, that played a real, legitimate part in why I didn't do it. 100%.
I will not move, so I'm going to choose to go 0.
Okay.
And we're going to go cruising again.
All right.
Score me 3 joy
Yes.
for Princess Seraphina.
Yep.
And I will draw 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top of the deck, which will put me over my limit.
All right.
I'm going to gossip
And
it up.
now this goes to the
Gossip.
gossip pile.
Got gossip a little bit.
And this is secret.
So-
So here, go ahead and show the people. We will not look. Go ahead.
So this is my hand. I'm at 7. I got to bin off one of them, and I think it's going to be that one.
Yeah, you draw a lot of those cards. You tend to... I feel like if you're drawing 4, you're almost certainly drawing a threat. That's been my experience.
Yep.
Has it?
It's safe to say that I have a number of threats in my hand between 0 and 8, which is how many there are in the deck.
I would argue it's between 0 and 6 now.
6,
Yeah.
right? But
I said in the deck. I'm not.
Right. All right.
All right.
So,
Speaking of
okay.
threats.
We should have refilled at the end of my
Oops.
turn.
We should have. Thank you. All right. So now this will come out. So you'll look at here. We start here. 4, 0, 0, 0.
Well, 1.
No, 4, it's the number.
it's the
I apologize.
That,
1.
that doesn't count at all?
I
Okay.
don't believe so.
All right. So
4
you're exposed.
hierarchy.
Yeah.
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 So here you go. All right. And those go
Got
to
that
gossip.
for you.
There you go.
Gossip.
Okay.
So I can
0 or 2.
0 or 2. I am going to. I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mur pointed out that if you look not terribly closely, because I think it's pretty clear, if we weren't streaming this, the deck, notice the color, technically lives there.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So nice attention to detail on that. I like
Very
that.
nice. All right. I think I'm just going to stay put and lie low.
Okay.
Refill the market.
I got you. Okay. Go ahead. One or 2, good sir?
Okay.
Can I see the rules? Just would rather read the newspaper notice from there instead of trying to read upside
it's
down.
towards the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I'll go here and just lie low.
Okay. 1, 2, or 3. Flexibility. Ain't no party like a Miss Muff party, and a Miss Muff party is good.
Okay.
Doing it?
Yeah. May I have the candelabra, please?
Candelabra for you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so we will play, starting with Le Community. Now, so looking at this, I mean, what are we thinking? Oh, we're thinking quiet?
No.
The community thinks quiet.
The community.
Like,
I don't know.
we could go really, really high. We could go middle high, maybe.
If you want to run low, I can be a part of that. I got a little flexibility.
I would need it to be above mid. Literally anything above mid.
Nothing I've ever done in my life has been above me.
Yeah, fair statement. Fair statement. All right.
I could go above mid.
I can once.
We'll see.
All right. Is that?
I mean, it's a possibility.
No strong feelings.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. All right. So let's go ahead. We'll start there. Okay.
That is high.
That's way above mid.
Well, I mean, options. Go ahead. I figure I'd give you all some.
Sure. Well, I'll try to start a dance up. Why not? I get a dance going. Because the one below it.
Oh boy.
We did do the one below it. I don't think we did that one. This is at 11. Yeah.
No, actually, we did because I turned it back on. Yeah, no, we did.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, we can go a couple directions with that.
Oh,
okay.
okay. All right. Okay.
Beauty card.
Yep. All right.
This party might be something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want that card.
You wanted in the gossip pile, apparently. You have no reputation at all. Who are you? you show up here, no friends.
I pop in. I'm like, hey.
No
and then I
followers
pop out.
on
That's how I do
18th
it.
century social media, and all you do is bring Mr. Davis in?
Sus.
Sus.
Look, I got a violin. Okay.
Mr. Davis and his violin.
You know what? No, that's the mistake. That's a mistake. I would like some help with that.
Join the dance. Get in on the dance.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You know what? I will join the dance. But I need some help. I would like an 8, if at all possible.
An
An 8?
You want an 8?
What?
An 8 won't help because that'd be a christening.
Oh, it would
we
be.
need a
You're
queen.
right. Yeah.
We're trying to
you're
dance right now.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Which,
Fair.
I mean, if you want.
let's have a big old dance. Make that a 9.
Okay. So, if you want to do a christening, play a queen, and we can get there.
Okay.
Ken gonna Ken.
Ken is gonna
He's in the lead.
Ken Kennan out here.
I'm not in the lead.
Kyle
I'm-
is.
Kyle's
Right.
the
I
lead.
missed-
Actually,
I missed
I'm
that.
tied with the community for the lead, so y'all got to get on the pulse. Y'all need to get with the zeitgeist
Yeah.
right now. Nothing got raided.
There's so much gin out there right now. This party might turn into a real banger.
That is true.
What was that old Tolkien invitation? It's like, taxis at 11, ambulances at 1, hearses at 2. Gonna be late.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Community card.
Yep. Well, it says
No, it's
Oh, no,
players.
just
no.
players.
It's not
Yeah,
just
just
players,
players,
right?
So what? We're currently on christening.
Jackie,
Yes.
could I realize you have the 7, but an 8 is worth more points. Could you?
8 is worth more points to who?
To whomever plays it.
Right, but this is worth
4.
7 points to her.
How so?
That's the queen of the same suit.
And I get to put her down first.
Well, yeah, I hear you, but that's not what I'm. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's fair.
This is my part.
So what? We're
I
christening
see.
on 7s.
Currently,
Yeah.
could christen on 8s.
I've brought what I needed to bring to this party.
I'm having a hard
yes,
time seeing
We brought what we needed to bring.
value in contributing any more to this party as well.
I will also pass.
Okay, I guess we're done. All right, so bottle of gin goes away with the discards. So now it is clearly a christening that's
Yeah.
happening here. All right, so and it must be 8s. I
No.
No,
it's
7.
trying.
definitely
Uh,
7s.
I,
Yeah.
I apologize.
All
You
of us
wanted-
sevens are like,
Yeah, you
No,
only
8s.
brought Suzanne Guzzle. We
Yeah.
brought the 7s.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and use this queen. 777.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the community.
Yeah, community
is-
did not have it going.
No.
Ken, 4 for purple, please.
4 for purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for pink. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Periwinkle.
4 for pink. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So now everything that's left is going into the
In your choice.
in my order choice. This might be the end of the round or the end of the week.
Do you
Let's
wanna
just
So
go.
these go.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and do I want to? How do I want this? Ken, go and eat you one.
Okay.
And you're exposed
I'm
in
exposed
cups,
in
but
blue, but nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackie, you are just there.
Yep.
You are exposed in blue,
So
sir.
I'll take a blue, and this and that will both go to there. And I'll draw
And
one.
one.
Yes.
Nope, it will continue. So,
you.
and then I will draw 2, and those will go in. Woo. And now we will score proper.
Yep.
So that was a christening. The community will score 2,
Yep.
and
You
I will score 3.
3, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because 3 green.
That was. I mean, we all made
Shut
out
up.
there. We all
Shut
made
up.
out.
Shut up. Shut up.
Party's over, boss.
Okay.
Whose passes that? I think that's Ken.
Mine, I think, yeah.
There it is.
So, to me,
Yeah. Any chance I could convince you to do a christening? I'm sorry, a festivity.
That goes to safe.
It does.
And I can move.
Currently, here's the safe pile
Or hang
this
out.
round.
Dang.
Okay.
Safe pile. Not,
That's it.
not
Not
looking
safe.
good.
Not
safe.
what I would call safe.
Looking
And
like
Aren't great. So I can move 1 or 0. I could throw another.
yeah, I would appreciate it.
Let's go, fans party, baby.
All right.
Miss
Can it be-
Miss Muffs is
Banging.
popping. So I'll take the candelabra, and let's see a community card. Let's get
All right,
this
yeah, sure.
bang going.
Are we feeling like this party's gonna be rowdy or rather zen?
It looks.
I would love a little low help for another christening. I think
How
we can-
low? Yeah, I'm there.
Pretty
I'm
low.
there. I'm there.
As such, I'm looking for a christening, and I'm putting out some information into the world.
Okay.
I'm looking for a christening.
Okay. Noted.
I can make it. I can give it the up and down, left and right, but I need a little help filling out the gaps.
Yeah, I
if you
hear ya.
understand my meaning. Yeah, I Chris Barnett in the chat says, I think the end of this week's going to be bad.
I think
For
you're
someone. Okay. Or we just might have a quiet gathering, which would be painful for me.
Honestly,
But
right. Oof.
no.
He's not even coming to your party.
it's fine.
Okay.
Nobody knows him. He has no reputation.
People in Mother Claps know me a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Passingly.
Okay.
Acquaintance, not
Yeah.
friend.
I've seen that person before.
Yeah,
I
I have their credit card receipts. Yeah.
What's that you say? What? Is it that bit?
Oh, it's sounding awfully quiet on that board right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. I said a christening, not a dance.
Yeah, I know.
I got the gin lined up and the little holy shaker
I just
thing.
missed it, and I'm not gonna rescind. So
Look at all those threes.
Oh, that looks like a christening.
That's fine, actually.
Community.
All about the community and the up, down, left, right from Flying Horse Mall.
gross. This is so
Up, down, left,
stupid.
right.
Why can I not read?
That remains to be seen.
Everybody's saying, he doesn't even go here. She doesn't even go here. They don't even go here. Is the subtag of this game just here for a good time, not a long time?
Okay, so right now we have the christening.
Yeah, christening is
Christening of
happening.
threes.
And you're set up pretty well. You got your 3 in the game. Community's gonna make out.
Yeah.
Friendly game.
I
Friendly
think
game.
good.
Very nice.
I already passed.
See, if you throw a 3 out there, you're gonna make me divest from the community? Really?
Yeah. Well, again, as the person who's in dead last, I would ask for some help. Can I count on you for that?
I will consider it. Because we're already on board. And I need you less than I needed you last time.
That is a fact.
If this
Hold
is
on. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to be a little heavy-handed here.
All right. Just do it.
You either do it or you get punished. Your choice.
He's gonna put out the Rogue of fans and make it a 3.
The Rogue of Fans is coming out anyway.
But if we score it, it doesn't go in the bin. It goes in the safe.
Oh, I see.
If you
Bing, bing, bing!
go ahead, I don't even think you needed to be heavy-handed. Play the Rogue of fans. That only benefits me. I will pick it if you play the Rogue of fans and make it a 3. Hands down, easy money.
Oh, because you score 3 points.
Because I'm good at 4 points. I will score points. That will be good for Kyle.
I
if
score
we're-
3 out of it.
Why would you score 3?
Well, it's not about scoring points right now. We would use it to score, and it just wouldn't go into the gossip pile, which is already going to be bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've seen the constable of it yet.
Why would you score 3 though?
I wouldn't. But I would get 3 rep cubes. You're right. I wouldn't score it.
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
Fine. I choose not to gin.
I choose not to gin.
All right, so
I choose not to violin.
Yeah, I was about to say.
all right, so make it so.
So
You get the queen.
we have played a christening using my queen, Jackie's 3, the 2 community 3s.
So
Okay.
5 for the community.
6
For the
even.
community.
6 for the community.
I am struggling
Math.
with that. Right.
Safe. This simply just comes to me. I have no other matching friends on it.
And
And
then 3 for Periwinkle.
3 for Periwinkle.
Thank you.
I will. Sorry, let's finish this first. You gossip pile, draw a card, and me gossip pile, draw a card.
You get
Okay.
it.
Who's
So
first?
You're getting a token.
Hold on. Who's first?
You're first. I want to draw a token.
Okay.
I will take the draw token.
Okay. Now we score the
Yep.
christening. So it's going to be 2 for the community.
2 for the community, and I will get 1, 2, 3, 4 for Kyle, please. Purple.
All right. So that is end of the week. Reveal threats.
So that goes there.
That means only you are exposed, right?
Yeah. The people. Yeah. So. Hold on. Let me double check.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier to have over there.
It is right.
No, next
Am
one.
I supposed to lose my 3 of yellow?
You're right.
Oh.
Why?
No, we played it.
Yeah, that was scored.
No,
Yeah,
it's scored. Yeah. No, you
got
did
3
it right.
points.
They're exposed.
So you're exposed for fans,
Yep.
and I am exposed for hearts.
And these go into gossip.
Gossip.
And I'm exposed for fans.
So you need 1 green, and Edward, you need 3
3
greens.
greens.
That is not good.
I got you, Jackie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, both of the fans' threats just went in the gossip.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
they
gonna
sure
be really
did.
bad.
That
That's,
stinks.
well, I'm tearing down crab mentality.
Everyone
Okay.
except for Ken. Yes, great.
That is a massive deck.
Doesn't get
Hold
bigger
on.
than that.
This bad boy's getting proper shuffled.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
big. All right. So
You know. If you revealed 1 or more threats, we each get a draw token. Thank you for the reminder. So, up, draw token for you.
Oh, right.
Yep. We might have
right,
forgot that
because you
one.
get
Card.
replenished the
Right.
card. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which here's the end of week.
Okay.
Come on. I need those fans threats to get out.
7 of them.
All right.
1, 2, 3. I believe that's 7.
Yep, looks like it. Show me.
There's
yes,
1.
Good.
That's a lot of threats removed.
Well done.
Good job, us.
Wow.
So let's
But,
get these
us.
out of here.
Us. I did all the heavy lifting over here.
No, I don't know about that.
No. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I thought it was the constable. Yeah. And because here he comes.
There we go. So that is 4 for green.
Yep.
Right.
That is 0 for red, 2 for blue, 2 for yellow.
Yep.
So 4 for
Could have
green,
been so much worse.
0 for red,
That literally should have been way
2
worse.
for blue.
So, look at what got removed, y'all. I mean,
Massive.
seriously.
I mean,
That
particularly with green, if both of those stay in,
That's
rated
yeah.
pain.
yeah.
That's really bad. That's literally about as good as that could have realistically been. All right. Shuffle up. That's the end of the week.
That is the end of the
There
week.
you go.
Advance to the
There
week mark.
and here, there. All right. So end of the week.
Community
Shuffle
joy
up.
looking good.
Yes.
Market refill. So 1. Draw tokens, and then yes, ma'am, you got it. There you go.
So everybody's under mild threat. JCT's the worst, then Miss Muffs and Mother Claps, and then Suki Bevels.
I mean, certainly in a situation where
Hey Cole, what's up? Yes. When you say lucky, people just know how they should be. I think is the
Yeah.
way that that's how that comes out, Cole.
Hi, Cole.
thin.
Yeah, we did seriously dodge some massive bullets.
All right, so we heal the market first.
Sure. Yep. And then one here face down.
Okay, and then
And
tell
then
me about draw
one.
tokens. 1,
2 for Kyle, please.
2,
Thank you.
1, please.
1.
All right.
So we have bribes out. Our new action card is
Yeah.
bribe. There's 2 of them.
Okay.
It says, as your action, examine the gossip pile and take 1 card of your choice.
Yep.
So that is your whole action. It's a new 7th thing you're allowed to do.
Yep. Yeah, see, ES gets it. Pure skill. Pure skill.
Pure skill.
All right. Candelabra. Jackie.
Oh, that is me. Oh,
For you.
Yikes. Okay.
For you.
All right. 4 goes away. Okay.
0, 4,
2, 2 or none.
It's getting late in the day. I'm like, what color am I? All right, here we go.
Periwinkle.
Yes.
Cornflower.
Hang where you are. Covent Garden Piazza. That sounds lovely, by the way.
It
know,
does. I
right?
hear it's wonderful this time of
Old
year.
round court.
Yeah.
As opposed to Moorfields. I'm not sure about Moorfields.
Would you prefer less fields?
No, that was good. No, that was
It's
good. I
fine.
liked it.
Oh, Kato says, it's wild how different this is going from my first play yesterday. By the way, this is going differently than our previous plays as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone around my board was so concerned with putting threats into the safe that we coordinated quiet gatherings and went 5 weeks. Oh,
Fascinating.
yeah.
You
All right.
Quiet societies last longer. We're just playing fast and loose.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we need 7 to get there.
I'm going to go here, but I'm going to lie low.
Just chill.
Just chill.
All right.
It's the beginning of the week. Let's not burn out too
Yeah, we are in
fast.
the weird position where,
boy.
like, we could actually have all 4 rated on the last round.
Yep.
Potentially.
In which case,
We'd all.
Game
We
ends.
lose.
what order did it happen in?
It's that. Check that first.
Prep gossip, gather evidence, check for raids, check end of game.
In end of game,
No,
the way they're
when
listed.
they're rated,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
which one is rated first?
Does it matter?
It will certainly matter.
Why,
'cause you
why
can
would
only
it
put
matter?
Tokens and unrated ones.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, wow. Okay. So if there's multiple raids, so since Cole and Joe are both here,
Yeah.
if there's multiple raids in the same end of week, the order of those raids, which happens? That is a really good point. I could make a case that whoever has the... Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe in the order of choice of the candelabra is always a good. Also,
no
it
tokens.
won't matter because
Oh.
society happen.
Right.
Encountering
Yes,
society
Flamster's right.
happens after
Right.
the end game check.
So you won't actually place the tokens. It doesn't matter. Because
Oh.
you don't check it because the game has ended.
Okay.
Yes. Good
So if
call.
you
Yeah,
wanna
yeah,
try
yeah,
to-
yeah.
If you want
Okay.
to sneak a token out, you got to do it before the houses
Yep.
get raided.
Gotcha.
Yeah, totally.
Um,
Yeah. I realize that.
I am going to indulge, and I'm going to get this guy.
Things that make us all go,
Yep. Yeah, Steven got it as well. Yeah. And by the way, Cole responded to Cato, says it's truly one of the wildest parts of the design. It can feel very different game to game. As players get better at the game, they can tilt it more widely in different directions, which is exactly kind of how it's going right now. So 1, 2, or 3.
That's a good roll, my friend. A lot of good options.
Oh.
There's a newspaper article out there.
Yeah, and I am in dead last by a long shot at this point. You know what? I'll just move 2.
Flexibility.
Beats in the safe.
Yes. Okay. I will move 1 towards the domino. I'll head to Moorfields, please. And I will go cruising with my 7 of fans, which 3 joy, please, because of Queen Seraphina still in my
Yep.
And 5 cards.
5
4.
cards. 4 because it's max 4.
Fact. You're right.
Thank you.
It's a lot, though.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have.
You now need to
Yeah,
do
the
this card.
I have to discard 1,
Okay.
which. It's that one.
You're good, right?
I'm all set.
Okay. The 1 goes.
Discard another.
All right, 5.
And the
into
5
safe.
goes out.
Yeah. Oh. Right. Yeah. I got it. And
Yeah.
2.
The rest of us are playing a joy game. Edward's thinking about victory points.
Ew.
Corporate.
Man, are you serious with that roll?
The Ken roll.
Oh, it's so you.
4-legged Ken.
Well,
Guy says someone's going informant. Not saying whom, but their name sounds like Snedward.
I will go here and take this 1.
I'm not really considering going.
Off camera, he flipped over his reference card to the revealed informant aid. Thinking that domino's feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, I would certainly have taken it if I rolled appropriately last time. Like,
I can't wait till I roll a 0 and a 2.
It's gonna be great.
Great,
and
great.
then you cruise again, take 4 cards and end the round.
I'm clearly pushing for a community win, so.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to.
though we have not got there yet.
Shazira asked how long was the teach? It was like 45, 50, or maybe just
Yeah.
under an hour, all things considered.
Yeah.
And again, that's just me trying to get everything out front,
Yeah.
except for the revealed informer.
Yeah, there's a lot of necessary detail, but the rules get out of the way.
Yeah, like it's not complex.
Walking through the example of how to do a festivity is far more painful than playing a festivity.
Yeah.
And it's not even painful. I think that's the wrong word. But
This is so bad. Don't care. You do. That's not great. I just don't have really good options right now, unfortunately.
party time?
Go somewhere and drop that
Bang.
newspaper notice.
No, I don't.
You can drop it on red and score some points if you go loyal, because you're going to put 3 in the gossip.
True. And is currently the least likely to get raided. Currently.
Although that would involve putting a constable and 2 red cards into the gossip pile.
Yeah, including a Molly, which seems bad.
This is hard. And I'm trying to figure out a way to stay loyal to everything.
Why? Go informant if it works. I get it as the person who was
I
a
don't
revealed
know.
informant earlier. It's fun. It's interesting.
It is, but it's not. I mean, thematically, it doesn't feel good. In fact, it feels terrible. It's
Yep.
just a matter of. I don't know if that's the best way to go about it, because then if I do it too early, then I have 3 people actively working against me.
Whereas currently you only have 1, Ken.
Fact.
Just built in.
Just
I'm not really working. I'm not really working against Edward. I'm just working for myself. Sometimes that involves working against Edward.
Got it.
You know, not always.
You know what? I will go ahead and move to
Yep.
into Suki Bevels. I'm going to play a newspaper notice.
Yep.
Here we go.
As your action, if you were at an open house, place an encounter token face up.
Okay.
Loyal.
Okay.
So, by the way, Guy, shame on you. I would never. And face up there and add all the matching market cards to the gossip pile,
Yeah.
resolving any threats as if discarded from the market. Furthermore, if you place the loyal encounter token, score 2 joy for each card added to the gossip. So, 2, 4.
6.
Jackie's exposed.
Jackie's exposed. 6 points. So to 17.
Yep.
There we go.
And that will stay.
And that will stay there.
There for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as long as it doesn't get raided, you're in great shape.
I mean, I had to do something to get back
Heck
into the
yeah,
game.
right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
it's points.
right. And I have no red. Like.
Yeah.
And it is getting late early. really is.
So we'll see. It was my best play, I think.
Perfect. I will go to the domino.
I
and
bet you will.
That'll be mine, thank you.
I think that's our game, folks. I think.
So we get that one. The 7 goes safe.
Yes, the 7 goes to the safe because
Yep.
I did that.
Yep. Okay.
Refill the market.
Yes, thank you. There are
A handful.
5.
A handful.
Yeah.
Periwinkle.
Maybe that was the role you were looking for.
Party time?
It's party time.
Yes.
Okay.
Party hats on, folks.
Keep it away from.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
I'm here to play.
Now, to be clear, that's still got to make it here. The community's got to make it there, right?
Increase community joy. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Right. Speaking of the community,
So these technically will go there, but okay. Here we go. What do we got?
hey,
Time for a dance.
community is interested in a dance.
I'd be interested in a christening.
I mean, it all depends.
Sure.
I'm
You
pretty
bringing the queen?
flexible.
I can go either way.
I mean, we don't want to include Kyle.
Right.
If I have a say in it, you will be forced to include me.
If you play your queen, you're definitely going to get to put it in your reputation because the other 3 queens are already
Right.
chilling.
Yes. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So, the question would be, is someone willing to
I mean,
be the 4th party?
could be quiet.
We could have a quiet gathering.
Could have a quiet.
I'm good with quiet as well, actually.
Quiet's good.
Quieting does nothing for me.
Just saying.
I have just a rowdy
I'm
personality.
here to help you with
Rowdy
either a
crew.
dance or a christening. I'm here for you. I have a pretty good spread.
Y'all
Okay.
thought I was going evil. Shame on y'all.
Thought as if it's past tense.
That's not. Okay, looking at what I can see
Game ain't over.
here, like 7s are bad, 3s are bad.
Yeah, 3s are unusable, effectively.
Yeah.
And we're saying that because, I mean, I'm down for 6s.
Could be 6s.
It's-
Well, but we need a queen. Currently, we're looking at a dance. So 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. 7 maybe not. There's 1 there, 1 over
3.
there.
There's 1 7 left.
It's gonna have to be
out
a
there.
low run. 4, 5, 6 maybe. Yeah. Get involved.
God, this is so bad. Yeah, I know.
Bird.
The question is, what direction do we go? You know what? Let's take a risk.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, there's only 1 7 available, but, and again, just so everybody at home knows, so right here, there's 1,
Yep.
I got 1.
2, 3. So it's a risk, but whatever. Kyle?
If you have a queen, we can make a christening happening. That's all I'm saying.
Queen Seraphina is the queen of my heart. She's the only one.
It's fair.
Flying Horse Mall's also here though.
I was gonna say.
I was like,
You literally
you
have
know,
two
Flying
queens.
Horse
Yeah,
Mall
but
would like to
consider
stand, sit,
my
and be
suits. Consider my
recognized.
suits.
Fair.
So where are we at? 4, 5, 6. We got an 8 floating. Looking at a dance.
Yep.
Could do a dance.
4 wouldn't be bad.
7 would be better.
Depends on.
I mean,
Well-
Mr. Semper I.
We're gonna have a little dance. We're gonna have a mid dance, middle school
Mid
dance, mid dance, middle school dance synonyms.
I'm just saying, Jackie, if you have a 7, like, I realize it helps me, but I also showed my loyalty here.
He's also
I
in
could've.
second now.
It's, yeah.
To
That's true.
It's not like you showed your loyalty to her.
I showed loyalty to the community, and that's a bigger thing, I think.
That's unfortunate.
I think that's...
It's unfortunate the 3 of Cups is over in the market. Because we were inching our way towards a surprise ball.
What?
Desire cards. That's what I thought.
Oh, this is so tense. Yeah, this is not cooperative. The more you play it, the less it is.
Yeah.
It's very and the emerging partnerships are very short-lived.
The like undercurrent tension becomes a lot at this point in the game.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
This is so tense. I love it. This is so enjoyable.
Seven and the 3 are out. So the Cups surprise ball is out.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 3 is here, and the 7 is over here.
Yeah, and you have the 2 in your reputation for the
And I
bottom
do,
end,
right,
so,
yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, and I'm currently squatting on most of the fans, so
Yeah. Pass.
so gross.
You know what?
I mean, if you put the Queen out there, we can.
You're right.
Yeah. If I did, that would have maybe been a thing. You know what?
Wait, aren't you the one that has the queen? Oh, weird. Clearly not tracking that well.
Well, 2, 1. We just,
I knew that those 3 were there.
She just might not
Obviously,
be
right.
out.
Yeah.
There's a
No,
couple
I think-
cards left over there.
I
Yeah.
think she might be out.
You know what?
Or did we burn one earlier? Did we burn a Queen?
Oh, we might have.
I'm pretty sure she's in there. I'm gonna leave it up to Jackie to make the choice and just hope she chooses me. So the end.
And then it's to me, so I could get something out.
Again,
No.
I proved my loyalty.
Benefit to pass, I feel like. My hand's a little full. We're getting to the end of the week.
Okay. We're at the end of the week. That's happening.
Oh, yeah, drawing cards is going to
Yeah.
get us to the end of the week.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Almost assuredly.
Yeah, so I'll just pass. I'm not quite sure what to do with what I
Okay,
have.
so now Jackie has a decision to make.
Okay.
No,
You-
I assume nobody
you also
gins or
have bottom
I'm
community
not
gin.
using my
Yeah.
gin.
violin. I mean, you could use that at any time,
Right.
including now.
I don't see why I would do it. I think it's because the week's gonna end anyway. So
Okay.
Yeah, no bottle of gin. Week's over.
All right, well, it sounds like there's a dance.
So there's a dance. We have our Jack Molly here.
Yep.
Yep.
Aunt England.
Yes.
And then
Yeah, I got you 4 right here.
we got
Yep.
So
Four,
scored 4 points for the
5,
community.
and
Yep.
6.
Yes.
Yep. So,
So-
we have to use our 4.
Correct.
That is 6 points for me, 3 from the card, and 3 from Flying Horse Mall.
Yep.
Ugh.
Thank you. 6 points for purple, please.
That's
And then
gross.
of course Edward's ahead of me, so it makes sense to do mine
Yes,
probably.
I'm gonna do Ken.
Yeah.
Support for that.
That was obvious.
Wow.
That was your own argument earlier when we had our little handshake.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that.
wanna hear that.
Wow.
And then which
Wow.
6?
So
I have to decide
we
which one I
scored
wanna-
this already,
Yeah.
so that
only
went away.
real decision. Yeah.
I know I have to decide which color I want to.
Wow.
I mean, threats are all afoot. There's no threats
Didier
in this.
brings up a good point. If you don't score with cups, it goes the gossip, and the house is probably raided.
We don't score with cups.
Yep.
We did score with cups.
Yeah.
So,
You do, yeah. You don't have a
I'm
cup
gonna-
to choose.
Oh, right.
so-
Yeah. Okay.
And I was forced.
So done.
all right.
So
Yep.
that'll
You
be.
gave me 4, right?
4 for Berrywood.
Nope.
Nope,
Oh,
not
4,
yet.
right.
There you go.
Okay. This goes away,
Yep.
and then it'll be those 3 cards. So what order do you want
You
it?
can take the top 2. I'll take
Okay.
the bottom one.
So then those No rating there. Okay. So now
Dance scoring.
dance scoring. Thank you. Well done. So dance scoring is 1 for the community, inching ever so close, and
1 for Periwinkle.
One.
we are yellow. So 1.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now
The candelabra.
So now the draw deck is empty. Thus ends the week.
Candelabra.
All right.
All right. Oh. Yeah. All right.
Real threats.
Everybody's exposed on yellow. Sorry, folks.
Okay, done.
Yeah. So I take 1.
Oh no, only me. It's only me because I didn't expose it during the festival.
Right. Oh yeah. It's
Okay.
correct.
That's right,
You
yeah.
are correct.
So you're
right.
exposed on
I'm
fence.
exposed on green, but none.
I'm exposed on.
So
So
I'm
that's
getting,
everything.
getting 1 yellow cube.
Did you get rid of all those?
So I need 4 green and 2 blue. Everything, because all I have is cups and fans, and I have a cup and a fan. So
Facts. I have nothing. But hold on a moment, real quick. Also, let's make sure that this is right. So it's 1 there, 1 there, 2 there, 1 there.
Right, because we're not
And-
ending.
I have. Yeah, there's no blue.
Yeah,
in mine.
so we're good. That's it. All right. So all of this
here's all these.
and all of those.
Yep. Yep,
Why do we
it's-
keep doing this to ourselves?
I think there's a decent chance we're actually gonna
Lose.
all 4 of them are gonna get rated. I think that's
I think we're.
pretty decent.
I
chance.
think we're all about to lose.
There's not any. There's
That
not
is
any
amazing. If so,
There's not any.
there are
threats
no
over here.
threats, so
Yeah,
they're
not
all
one.
in here.
Well, there's
They're
one
all
right
in
there.
Okay,
So yellow.
that is. Let the
I-
indictments commence.
I only take 1 draw token because it's if you put out any number of
You
threats,
take
you
one,
get
oh.
1. So I will keep my 1. and,
Oh, okay, fair enough. Put mine on my board,
I'm
please.
just so I don't forget. I'm doing it.
Okay.
It's happening.
Okay.
As you should.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. So 7 of them.
7.
Yep.
Here we go.
Choose wisely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's be dramatic.
Okay. 1 by 1.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
That didn't help.
Okay.
Okay. Oh no! It's,
Oh boy. This is not
so these are the ones that are out.
That helped somebody. That helped somebody else. That helped the third person.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, maybe not.
So these are coming out.
We may live to see another day.
I'll move this down here.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
No, I think we might.
2 for yellow.
2 for yellow, not getting
Yellow,
rated.
not getting rated.
Getting rated.
Today.
3 for green, getting rated.
3 for green, gotta be rated.
3 for red, not getting rated.
Not getting rated.
And 3 for blue, getting rated.
Getting rated.
Okay.
Did we ever get a resolution on which one goes first? I
No,
don't
it
quite
didn't
think
matter.
I don't
It
quite think
didn't
it
matter
matters.
because we wouldn't put out any. Yeah, because the game would end.
All right.
It's,
In that
it
case.
We're gonna need.
does matter though.
No, because you don't get to
Because
that
if
step.
that gets rated, I can't put my.
You're not going to get
It
to
happens.
that step.
No. It's but also for indictments, it doesn't matter. It's just all at once. If you got an indictment, you do it after all raids have been concluded.
Oh, okay.
Raids occur and then indictments.
Yes.
So I won't be able to put it on either one of those.
Yes. exactly.
Right. Okay, so here we go. We have check for raids. So 7 get removed.
There's 8, so 1 will remain.
Okay, so JCT.
JCT's been
Rated.
and that means dangerous cruising at the Piazza.
And
So
here we'll
discard?
put
Yes.
that there.
Yeah, I just don't want to forget
just-
that I
yep,
played it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and now Miss Muffs.
Rated, and I have
Rated.
exactly 7, so I will trade you.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, so whoever has the most rep in matching houses gains a major indictment. So we'll start here with JCT. Who has the most rep with blue?
Not me.
I
So,
think Jackie and I are tied.
1
Oh,
there,
we're all tied.
1 there, 1 here, and to be clear, there's 3 there, but the domino,
Yeah.
I'm simply not considered.
yes. So,
Enjoy your major
Three
indictments,
major
friends.
indictments.
wow. You get a major indictment. You get a major indictment. I get a major indictment. Okay. I'll figure
Okay.
that out in a minute.
Where am I right now? I'm just on Noble Street. I'm perusing the shops before they open for the week.
So now, Miss Muffs. That's just me.
Well, Jackie gets a minor.
Yeah, so I get a major because I have 3. And Jackie, you get a minor.
I'm going to put this away now.
And that is used. So now, check for game end. Are all 4 rated? No. Is the community joy marker at 30 or higher? No.
Will be.
If neither, and it's not the 5th week. So now, simultaneously, all players who gained indictment cards this week must select one of their encounter tokens and place it face down on the nearest open Molly house. Huh. Okay.
So, Edward has no choice.
Yeah, mine has to go here.
Mine has
No
to
Yours
choice.
has to go there.
Mine has to go there, right?
Yes.
Clockwise, because that is rated. You cannot place there. It must go here.
Huh.
So,
Folks want to see your indictments.
oh no, you cannot. Only at the end you can.
Now the trick is, I'm going to go around accusing people. I got joy to burn.
You have joy to burn. Ooh.
Wow.
I can push, if I can get one of you correct, I push the community to 30, and this could be the last round of the game. But it's looking like houses are
Right.
fallen.
So if
Yeah.
everything
I did
falls,
not. I'm going to be in a tough position because I did not collaborate.
all right, stop. Collaborate and listen.
Truly.
Okay. Woo! So now we need to shuffle up the card. Before we do that, apologies. Not really. Okay. So Jorge M. Cheers. Thank you for the support.
Chance?
Really appreciate that. Thank you very, very
Mine
much.
should go over here
Say again.
because it's nearest. It's not tied. It's only if it's
Oh,
tied.
it's
only if it's
tied.
tied.
Yeah, yours is nearest.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So
What was that?
He only goes clockwise if
'Cause
he's
he's closer
tied,
to
but
the
he
front.
is 1, 2, 3 steps here. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Ah,
5 steps.
fair
there.
point. Yeah. Fair point. Fair point. So Jorge, thank you for the support.
Thanks.
What's up, Gooserino?
Thank you, Joe, for the reminder.
Okay. We are done. Shuffle.
Advance the week.
Yep. Help her out with the
Okay.
items.
Oh, sure.
Here you go, Jackie.
I'm the shopkeeper. Or shopskeeper, as it may.
Finally, some dresses.
I know. I've wanted all kinds of dress. They're as far as they could possibly be.
I mean, I don't know what my indictments are, so you guys don't get to see what my indictments are.
You,
You're not even going to look at him?
No. I mean, it's major indictments. What do I need to know?
Is bad.
Facts.
bad.
So you have
Okay.
2 at 2. Like a
One here.
best case scenario.
One for me, please.
All right.
Well, one
so
for you.
one here. Jackie, 1 and 1.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep.
And it's me. All right, dice.
Okay.
1, 2, or 3. That's the best one.
Can I see that when you get a chance? The
What?
rules, sorry. Check game and scenarios.
Ha 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 ha.
Keep that here.
Yeah.
You're done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting awfully quiet.
3, yeah, it did. Hold on, I need to. You know what? We said we were going to talk about the dangerous cruising.
Right.
Yep.
So okay, so here, so dangerous cruising is cruising on those two
Yep.
opposites. After a Molly house has been raided, cruising becomes more dangerous at its adjacent sites. After playing a card and drawing cards and scoring any Molly bonuses because you're playing down, right? You must add a card. You must add the card you just played to the gossip pile and gain a matching cube. So
it's very similar to cruising, but instead of the card hitting your rep and staying, it kind of, you show it, it counts, and then it immediately goes and you get the cube.
Yep.
Folks asking about the new items. The new things we've seen is dresses.
Yeah.
I think we had one earlier, but it wasn't played. A dress of a suit. There's one for hearts, fans, pentacles, and cups. You play it during a festivity alongside a matching card.
Yep.
So you play the dress of hearts along with a heart. The surprise ball, so the big one, the straight flush, is now considered 4 desires that match any played dress. So it basically turns the straight flush into flush.
we haven't encountered this. So if the community reaches 30
Yeah.
and all the houses are rated, is it order of operation? So is it then the all houses are rated? So then we don't even that doesn't matter.
That's whatever it says.
It probably depends on the order.
Well, the order shown is what I just said.
Yeah.
So
So if we're going for a community survives, we want
community, then check to see if the game has ended, and it's 3 bullet points. If all 4 houses have been raided or a house has been raided a second,
Yeah.
game ends a community of infiltration. Otherwise,
otherwise, got it. Okay.
Community joy marker has exceeded its win then, and then if it's neither and it's the end of week 5, atrophy.
So we want to try, if we want to go for a community survives ending,
I don't think anybody but me wants that.
I wouldn't mind it.
1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna lay low. Done.
We
Sorry.
want to protect one or both of those houses.
Yeah, which we do by trying to keep threats for those houses
Out
of the pile.
Right, which is why I took that rogue.
Which rogue was it? It was
It
face
was the
up.
yellow rogue.
Okay, thank you. All right, here we go.
1, 2, or 3.
Do I want to go start slinging accusations? Because it would net me joy, it would net community joy.
Yep.
And if I'm wrong, great. I know I have more people potentially on side to try to
Right.
keep community living.
Yep.
So do I want to?
I mean, you saw me take the rogue, so you know.
I know, but I don't think I want it to be you. I think I might go to Mother Claps and have a look at Jackie's.
Is this paper from earlier?
Who could say? So our pawns are in the same site, so I'm going to
Accuse.
J'accuse. So it doesn't matter that we're at the house where your token is. All it matters is our pawns are together.
Yeah.
I can choose one of your face down encounter tokens to flip. You only have one, and I'd like to see it, please.
And
Loyal.
I assumed you'd come after me.
Peg me
So
back 3.
So
1, 2, 3.
You don't score now, right? Is
No,
that right?
it's at game end.
Yeah.
If that house is open, Jackie gets 2 points.
Yes.
Okay,
but it
great.
narrowed the gap a little bit, and I
Yeah.
thought I'd bait you.
And
so-
we're on
Well
side.
done.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
We're on side still. Let's keep Mother Claps open.
That's right.
Okay.
that makes it my turn.
okay.
doesn't it?
Yes, that is the end of my turn.
1, 2, or 3. Let's see.
Someone mentions that technically we have to save kind of all the houses, or at least 3 of them, because if these get raided again, that's also the end of the game. But that's
Yeah.
a little less.
That is reasonable to say. I mean, I don't know how the festivities are going to play out this time. Like,
Yeah.
getting 7 cubes is not impossible, but it's a lot.
Getting 6
Definitely more doable.
doable.
But I mean, we haven't had that in any week so far.
Yep.
That
Yep.
many,
The worst we've
right?
seen, I think, is 4 at once.
Yeah, but I mean that we've I think been a bit lucky.
indulge? No, you can't indulge once someplace has been. Can you?
Sure, you can. Yeah.
If
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a closed
yeah,
house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
You
course.
just can't throw a festivity there.
Right.
And
Okay.
cruising is dangerous.
Cruising is different.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But
indulge, you
indulging
play a
isn't
card to
impacted.
your site.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that matches. So you
No,
can
it's
play.
game.
No, it's
I want
game
that
market.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
of
You
course
can.
you do.
Right.
Of course you do.
Of course.
you
I
do.
mean, obviously.
Okay.
Who wouldn't want that queen?
Okay.
The Ken roll back again.
That was just the absolute best.
The fact that roll dodged you on the domino and then I took it and played it. He laughs to hide the pain.
It's so good. It's so good. So I have to move at least 2, and moving forward puts me on a dangerous cruising spot, which I'm not gonna do that. So I guess I'll go here and lie low.
We are hunting the yellow costume.
That was round 4. Three, huh?
Oh, we could. Yeah, we need to get. Okay, maybe I'll just come accuse you next.
Oh, newspaper.
Okay, 3 goes in the safe pile.
It does.
What are we all doing over here?
This
So
will be.
crowded.
This will also inherently be a longer week because I was squatting on 6 cards that are now
Yeah.
back in play.
In the deck,
Yeah.
so it's more flush. Yeah, there's more cards. Yeah. Oh, hey, Ricky's here. What's up, Ricky?
1 or 2.
Let's see. Yeah.
Do I want to trust but verify on Ken? I do because I kind of do because you have the rogue, so you're holding the power, at least to hold
Rogue?
off.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. The card.
I
Right.
see the argument.
So I mean, it would cost me more points, which pushes me down closer to Jackie. But if I'm right, it pushes the community up.
And that triggers the
Community
end.
over the
Past
top.
that.
Right,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
means this will be the last round regardless
Yeah.
of anything.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Likely, but that's guaranteed.
yeah.
Ken, show me. Good.
Loyal.
Peg me back 3.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
Way to be loyal. Way to show your loyalty,
Oh,
people.
please. We all know what's under there.
Okay.
I'm coming after you next. You're right.
Yeah,
next to me.
I'm not worried about it. Where are we?
That was Kyle.
That was Kyle.
Jackie.
Jackie.
The Ken.
4.
The Ken
roll.
The Ken
Yes.
roll.
That's the one we all want. Which cruising location would you like to go to?
Cruising.
Red, blue,
On a
yellow.
Sunday afternoon.
So many options.
So
2 different
excited.
yellow options.
I know.
even.
I could double yellow.
Yeah, would you prefer St. Paul's
Um,
or Lincoln in?
If everyone watching would like
Doghouse.
to increase joy for the community,
Oh, there
Thumbs.
you go. Thumbs.
Send thumbs for
Oh,
the
well
videos.
done. Well done
let
there.
me think in time.
Well
I'm
done.
vamping for you, Jackie.
I love it. I love it. Right.
196, 200 people watching, something like that. I better be 200 thumbs.
Paranoia is gripping the community, right?
I'll take that
Seriously.
4.
Okay, and done.
Thank you.
Ken. Not the Ken roll. 1 or 2, sir.
Yeah, that'll work. You got a queen, right?
Affirmative.
You interested in
Saw me pick it up earlier.
christening?
Oh. Yeah.
I think we just have a party and see what
I think we
happens.
Party. Let's
All right,
Yeah. Go to that house you're loyal to, Ken.
that's right.
I'm also loyal to this
It's
house.
the only
Yeah,
one that
Mother
matters.
claps.
Mother claps.
It's so brutal.
What are we going for here? Christening? Seems like it.
Going for a christening of 7s so far.
And you have a queen, so it's likely, provided we see another 7.
That's why we just had that conversation about
That checks
she
out.
was interested in a christening or not.
You know what?
The tenor of this monologue is different than the tenor of the conversation.
I mean, it's so bad.
Oh.
But you know what? Just in case, we have a dance.
Oh, sure.
Just saying.
Well, hey, if we're dancing,
I mean, maybe.
I'll dance.
I mean, I'm trying.
I'm dancing.
I mean, again, the dude who's in last is trying to be a part of it.
We could be dancing.
Okay.
I don't know what we can be. I'm just trying to be a part of it.
So happy to be here.
If we're gonna
Seriously.
be dancing, we should not be dancing with Kyle.
That is a
Points.
fair
That's
statement.
Great point. All right.
Hold on,
I
stop,
really don't know what
stop.
to do.
Community.
Ooh.
Ew.
Maybe we simply have a quiet night. Get that constable out of there.
Oh,
I don't think Ken's on board with
seemed like a great idea. I don't know what to do. I guess I do sort of know what to do, but I don't like it. So we'll make that a 7, please.
Gotcha.
Wow. Well, that's 3 sevens. You know what we are currently having?
Nothing.
A quiet,
Quiet
gathering.
Absolutely nothing. Where Kyle scores 4 points.
Currently, let's see. You know what? Yeah, just in case we have a quiet evening, quiet gathering.
Just want to point out for the group that if this doesn't score, this house is getting closed.
Nice and easy. Get that queen out there.
Don't feel the
Sevens.
like do.
She's
Like,
loyal.
I-
I flipped that token. She's loyal. We know.
7.
It's a 7.
Yeah. So
So, if
Ken-
we have a dance,
Oh yeah, where the 7 plays.
we could do
Yes.
that.
You
Correct.
could. Sure.
If we have a christening,
it would be.
we would
Community
do
joy. Yeah.
those.
Exactly.
I feel like I yield wielding great power.
Yeah, with great power comes. Now, the last case that I will point out is you at whose party? This is your party.
No, it's Ken's
Oh,
party.
it's Ken's party.
Ken gets to pick. what's
Oh
worse.
God!
We do have some gin if we need to send it around again.
Bad.
There is gin at the table.
Oh, there is gin.
I think we need to get the comps if we are all him notwithstanding.
How am I getting picked on in
You're
this
the,
case?
you're the only one with a face down token.
So that's because you chose it to be. You could have come to me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you
Um,
did.
I mean,
Oh my
keep all the
God.
claps open. We gotta score that rogue. Get it to safe.
Well, she could score the rogue
Yeah.
by playing
A
by
queen.
no or a jack.
Well, yeah.
He
but-
wants points.
No,
He's in the lead.
No, she doesn't. She never needs to pick me. She has her own 6. I'm out of this. I'm not
I
gonna
don't
get
get
any
to pick.
points.
Ken gets to pick. It's
I-
Ken's party.
He's not gonna pick me.
Fair point.
I'm not
Fair
picking
point.
Kyle.
Okay. All right
But
then.
what I am doing is picking something that gives me points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we go with the jack, I'm picking my green 7,
Right.
which means that's getting
That's
closed.
getting
Yeah. So
Oh. Okay. Now I'm up to speed. A little slow on the pickup here. I
Which
apologize.
currently-
but again, if she, well, no. And my only politicking is once again I get screwed.
Yeah, I mean,
The only
Yeah.
if she plays a queen, I get screwed. But the house closes, or it doesn't close, which helps everybody. But if she plays
Right.
a jack, I score, but that hurts.
but I mean, you only get screwed because you played 2 cards that you didn't need to play.
Oh, screw you, dude! I can't help the way the
I should probably
mean,
shut this
this
down.
was
soon,
Queen it,
huh?
queen
This
it,
was
queen it.
here and this was here before you played your first card. You knew.
So,
queen it.
giving you a decent number of points by playing the queen, can I get a soft IOU for later?
Sure, of course.
Okay.
so gross.
There we go.
Glory to Rome to all of you.
That's 3.
So is that
That's 3
3?
and 1?
No, just one.
Oh,
But
a
hold
general.
on, hold on. But it's a really big one.
Okay,
All right.
so that is
Adds a
a
christening.
christening.
Which
We're gonna score
which 3?
the queen.
Yep.
And then I don't only have one
Yeah,
choice
so
because there's 3 sevens.
So wait, did you want to play your shit?
No, negative.
Me
4
neither.
community joy.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is the end of the game, regardless, or the last week of the game,
Yeah.
regardless.
And that heads to safe. Where
You are
I'm discarding any yellow cards I have.
and gaining that many, may gain that many cubes.
I don't have any
You
yellow
choose
cards.
to gain 0 cubes.
Yep.
Excellent work.
And then scoring 4 for. Yep. For later.
For later.
But do I get a card for?
No,
not if it's scores.
not
You
yet.
will for that one though.
That one, right?
So
Everybody is exposed in blue.
everyone's exposed in cups. So one for
Okay.
Jackie,
I get a blue.
one for Edward, one for Ken.
Okay.
I have none.
And now this will go in.
Yep.
Then,
There's plenty of cards.
yeah, 2. So here, 2 cards. Here. 1, 2,
One for me, please.
1,
Thank you.
and 1, and
Yeah,
all
I'm good.
those come
Go
in
into
here.
The gossip.
Yep.
Yep.
That was you, right?
That was me.
All
We
right.
need to do community scoring, so
Oh, right.
got 2 there,
So this was a christening, so 2 for the community.
and then 1 for me because I have
'Cause you have
1
one yellow.
influence with yellow.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. God, once again, I can't even see you guys. Um. One, 2, 3. Dangerous cruising does what again? Walk me.
You
Sorry,
just
my head's swimming
play-
in all this.
Play a card
Right.
from your hand that matches blue. So this is normal cruising. You play a card from your hand that matches blue,
Right.
and then you draw as much blue rep as you have.
Yep.
Dangerous cruising basically says you show the card you'd play.
And then it goes in there.
then it goes away.
That's all it
Yeah,
is.
it's
Okay, all right.
slightly
yeah,
different.
okay.
If you choose to do it, we can. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm at hand limit.
I would love for a fancy fellow in a fine carriage to come pick me up right now. That would do me. That would do me pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Pro fancy fellow.
I'm pro fancy fellow at all
So
moments.
I'm at blue, right? Okay, so make sure I'm getting just here we go. So I am going to indulge.
Yep. 2 options there.
Oh, good call.
Yeah.
And that indulging will be actually that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. And then
that's it.
nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Something. to
So
do.
1 goes into here.
Yeah.
Oh, if only we still had a bribe handy. Get rid of that yellow constable right before the end of the round. Because he's putting it in there right now.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Look down. Put it. Not it. Hold on. I want y'all to be honest and answer in chat. Is that a constable? Yes or no? And I guarantee half of them are gonna lie and say
Yeah,
yes.
obviously. That's
Inevitably.
That's the whole point of
hello,
the game.
unreliable narrator.
What you're saying is if they all say yes,
Yes.
it was a concept.
Then it was a constable. Fair. So I did that. We refill, and it's Kyle's turn.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
It just keep on coming.
2, 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
So we could have a dance, or I'm sorry, have a festival.
We could get a festivity on. Wouldn't do me super great though.
Nice,
run.
nice, John.
Thank you. The lighter. Yes. No. Maybe. Oh, I say I was a little slow on the pickup. I just saw the no by the lighter. But yeah.
So
It is if you want it to be.
So
So don't lie to
You
chat.
can
I
move
hate
towards
you
him,
all.
right?
well, I'm thinking I'm going to be coming this way too anyway, but I'm looking
Yeah.
at the market and I see the red constable out there, which if we want to try to keep houses open, potentially we need to get that in and have a quiet gathering. That could go out. The yellow constable could go out,
I'm in favor.
and we
I
can
like
get that done.
the ideas I'm hearing
It
here.
was a
Get that
tarot
done.
card. No clue how that got into the deck.
The issue
Oh.
is, well, I'm just going to head 2 this way, 1, 2, and I will lay low.
All right, Jackie.
Deck's getting smaller all the time.
1 or 2, ma'am. Dress of hearts.
Or you could draw that constable if you wanted to. That sounds like fun.
Yeah,
In
that's what I was
in a
thinking.
way.
That's where I was leaning. So I will go to the old round court, please, and take Mr. C.
Mr. C is the name of my college's mascot.
Is it for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just C or like SEA.
His full name is Mr. Commodore because we're the Commodores.
Well, that's like the Cleveland Cavaliers have Sir C.
Look down real quick.
That piece of paper just says nice words about Kyle. That's what that piece of paper says.
All right.
Can't wait to watch this back later.
Yeah, right? What is he saying about us?
So I discarded
Oh,
one.
hold on. Oh, you just did that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I can move one whole space. I guess
Here's a card from John Company.
This is in theory more useful.
Oh, it was Rita. There she is.
Yeah, it was War with France from John Company. That's exactly what it was.
Okay.
So I laid low.
All right.
Your roll, sir.
Yeah.
It's actually Flashman. It's just Flashman coming in from PAX Premiere and the Flashman books. He's on an adventure.
All right. So it's 2 or 4, to be clear. Four will go there.
Running away from Kyle.
Right, that's what I'm doing.
We all saw it.
We need to have a quiet gathering.
I like it. I like a little night at home.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna.
host it.
I'm hosting. It's all on me. I got it.
Okay.
No sweat, friends.
Just
What kind of snacks are we talking about?
Ooh, I love snacks.
I make a mean buffalo chicken dip.
Oh, that is such a New England thing.
Buffalo chicken dip?
It totally is. I've never heard of it.
Had it before
Never.
I moved
Nope,
here, and
agreed.
everybody
Totally
has their own
agree.
recipe here. It's crazy.
Focus, Edward.
It is pretty good though.
I love buffalo chicken. It doesn't agree with me on occasion,
I was gonna say,
but I sure like it.
being dairy free right now, it's just.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to bring
It was
it
a
up.
rough Super Bowl.
Oh, no.
All right, I
so
am
many
going
sneaky
to. Oh no, that. Shoot.
Take one of those lovely red cards.
Keep
I will
running,
just lie low,
keep running from me.
but that puts me at 7. Look down. Okay. Done.
Perfect.
You could have a
Yeah, sure am. 1, 2, 3.
ta-da.
The candelabra comes to Kyle. Throwing a party, everyone.
Excellent.
We need this to be quiet
Super chill.
Okay.
gathering.
Well, let's see what the community is feeling about that. Community's like, no.
They're bringing
Let's get big.
they're bringing
They've
noise.
got their John Cusack boombox.
Yes, right, yeah.
Although the community's all set, by the way. Community is
We need
joyed
this
up.
to the quiet gathering, friends. Quiet gathering. Very good, very good, very good.
Although we're still in the ballpark for oh no,
Yeah, no. It's,
for a surprise
A
ball.
surprise ball. We all tiptoe around and
Right.
accidentally.
Yeah, and accidentally ended up with a surprise ball.
See the
Yep.
community?
Oh, so a jack. A
Run-
3.
Runs are possible.
A 3 makes it.
Well, we have a tendency to say things like, that's the game or that's the game. Ken said it earlier when I got that domino.
Yeah.
This is the game.
Wow.
This is the game.
So, perhaps we should, if another constable doesn't go out, tell Edward he's going to get the points as long as he doesn't play a 3.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't have a
I
three.
can't make that choice. Oh, is there not another 3 out there?
I can see 4 3s.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh,
But
beautiful.
However,
if he has a
he
rogue
could
and
have
sets
a
it to a
rogue.
3, we'd be
could have a
in
rogue.
trouble.
Could have a real
What?
three.
How am I being the bad guy here?
I
How
don't
am
know. It turns out you
I
are.
mean-
Ken plays to you.
I don't see. I don't
This is
see-
amazing.
I don't see a reason why I would play.
Okay.
I don't think anything I can do there would help, so I pass.
I pass.
All right.
Cool.
A quiet gathering.
A quiet gathering.
Very quiet.
We're going to score the 3 constables and Edward's one.
Yeah, that makes good sense.
So
Well, he doesn't. Well, yeah.
so I played this, so you can take that one. It's safe.
Yep.
Yep.
I played this. I would do the exchange of foiling a threat, but I have not done it. You will exchange out your fan for... You may exchange your fan for 1 cube.
Yeah, I'll take a cube.
Yeah, take a cube. 1. And then everything else is going to go into...
Hold on. The 6. Oh, yeah, the 6 also
Yep.
goes out there. You're right.
Yeah, because I came from my...
These 2
to the
go here.
bin.
Yep.
And
And
then...
Kyle and I are going to get a card each.
Ken, you can go first.
Okie doke.
And then this
There is
goes.
1 card remaining.
And who was that?
For hosting a
That was
quiet
you.
gathering, will lose a point.
Yes. Ever the martyr.
Or I will lose no points. The community will lose a point. Because I hosted at yellow, and I have
Oh, you
absolutely
don't have
no
any
rep
yellow.
at
Yeah,
other
fact.
class.
Yep.
The community, however, will lose a point.
Yeah, it did.
Check your turn.
Where'd the dice go?
Kyle took them over here. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I could, in theory, get a turn.
I'm feeling spicy, guys.
Okay.
I'm going to go to London Bridge and accuse Edward.
Wow!
Oh!
1, 2. Hell yeah, I'm an informer. Of
Yeah.
course I am.
So
that's
you get 3 points?
She
And
gets
3
3
for the community.
and 3 for the community. So,
Revealed Informer time!
hold on. A couple of things. First off, what does that say?
Aw, that's nice.
What does that say?
It says Glory to Rome jacket.
It does, in
Put it
fact.
on.
My own personalized, handwritten Glory to Rome.
And I will explain my thought process here momentarily. Okay. I wasn't going to.
That one should go into your rep. The one you played.
What other one I played?
The one that we scored here should have
Yeah.
gone to your rep.
Oh, you're
Because
right.
it was scored. It's over there somewhere.
No, is it? Yeah, there. All right.
Thank you, chat.
Yep, thanks, my bad. Okay, so revealed informer. So, you may be revealed by other players at your site. If you're revealed, add any matching cards in your reputation to the safe pile.
None.
So, that is red. I have none. Okay, so now I am a social pariah, which feels terrible, but y'all kind of forced me. You did.
Slightly bullied you.
Slightly?
Slightly bullied you.
Just the tiniest of bits. He's so salty.
Oh, he is right now.
When is our next
Excess,
group, please?
excess hand cards now are added to the safe pile, not to what I've been doing, which is adding to the threat to the
The gossip.
gossip pile. So a known threat. After scoring at festivities, add any matching cards in my reputation to the safe pile, and at the end of the week, do not reveal matching threats from my hand, so I can keep them in my hand if I have to.
You have to, yeah.
And I am unwelcome. So I cannot take site actions at the matching Molly house or the adjacent sites. If a festivity is thrown at red, I may not play any items, and on my turn I must draw and reveal a card for the community instead of playing a card. The exception to that rule is when there's a bottle of gin involved, I get to, nobody sees me because they're all just
Wasty face.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so therefore. So what I am so angry about right now, and the reason I'm so upset, I wasn't running from you. I was trying to get here to play my newspaper.
Ah, sure.
To be able to get up into competition
Yep.
for it.
Yep.
And I could not roll the right damn number.
Uh-huh.
But why is that my fault?
Huh?
What?
Oh, no. And the reason you got that is because you took the chance realistically to close this.
Oh.
And you took that card when you went to the old round court. So that's why. So it's so there's so many layers to my saltiness right now. And I can't draw a damn right card to save my life. Okay, there. I'm done. Ken, you're right.
Ken's turn.
It's my turn.
It is. And now I can't even throw the party there to do the newspaper. Oh, wait.
Okay, friends. Are we interested in another one last party at Mother Claps?
Go out on top, baby.
I'm just like, do
No,
we,
Hold on. By we, it all comes down to how y'all do.
I know.
I mean, if
That's
you
why I'm
want to,
asking, but I mean, scoring is the only way I could potentially win, right? So I guess I kind of have to try.
wow, this feels so risky for you.
festivity time.
I mean, if I don't try, it's
you lose by 1.
right. I lose. So why not try? What is
Sir?
that? What number is that?
We'll find out.
It's an 8.
8. Fascinating.
All right, Ken.
As they say. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and add 2 more cards for the community.
Shuffle that up from the gossip pile.
Okay, so this. I so want to look at this so bad right now. You know what? I'm gonna, because I don't want to
such a
reveal
good
the bottom of it.
I'm going to lose, but it's a good play.
It is a good play. Here, it's Ken's, so cut. All right.
Yep.
On top and 2. 1, 2.
Okay.
8, 5, and 6 out there. Nothing suited.
Yeah, so why don't we actually do that since it's an 8, right? Okay.
I don't even know if you guys have, like, do you guys even have...
Uh-huh.
I got friends.
Well, tell me. Like, I'm happy to let you score a bunch because you're behind.
He's
Throw a
not
jack
behind
out
by
there.
that much. He's not behind by that much.
Throw a jack out there.
Oh, no, that's what I need. This
Oh.
stuff I can deal with.
Oh, well. Well, then I'm screwed.
You passing?
It's
not
my
my
turn.
No, I'm screwed.
I mean,
Sorry, I thought Ken, doing the violent thing skipped me off, Ken.
Let's try this and see where we get to.
Okay, well, I guess my literal only hope. Well, I have 2 hopes. We'll do that.
Okay.
So we have a dance on board.
Yep.
Oh, potentially.
With potential.
We have a dance on board.
Okay,
All
there
right.
is a dance.
Dancing it up.
Life, in the famous immortal words of John Michael Montgomery, is a dance after all.
I don't think I can do.
This one lives here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Much of
Sorry,
anything
cards.
other
Yeah, that's a
than-
big stack. So
And we can just take the next one right off the
yeah,
top.
it will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would that do for me?
Yeah, because it's
Anything?
shuffled up. It's good.
I'm not sure what that would do for me.
Oh, this is so
Just
tense.
Make you choose between the 2 of us.
Oh,
Okay.
fair enough.
They
Yeah.
don't-
right,
but they
here
don't
we
score
go.
us any points.
I know.
Yeah. That's not doing anything.
Kinda nothing. Nothing burger. Ooh, get another 8 out there, maybe. Get a queen, get an 8.
Well, I feel good with the jacks. Like Edward scores, I score. We're in good shape.
I mean,
Edward can play because we're partying at Mother Claps, not at Suki Bevel's.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a pariah from there. I mean, I realize, but maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll,
And by the way, I feel terrible being an informant. Like, legitimately, I do.
I'll float a queen out there in case someone wants to make a christening. Get
Whoa.
a little more.
Because now there's 2 8s and 2 5s.
Uh-huh. You want to get in that scoring,
Saucy.
play something up.
Saucy move.
I've opened the door. Queen Jeremy Irons.
This is so bad for me.
4. Okay, so we got definitely having a dance.
So a dance at
Well,
6,
no,
7,
there's
8.
still 2 bottles of gin out there.
There's
Uh-huh.
2 bottles of gin. And if
Kyle,
Hey, if anybody
I believe,
wants
I
to
believe
have a
your bottle of
christening,
gin is
we can have a
first to be
christening.
opened.
Do
Well,
you,
hold on. Oh, that's it. Right. Oh, okay. So, right. You're right.
Yeah.
So we go nothing. Do you wish to open a bottle of gin?
you want to make this a christening?
I don't have
That's
the
so
I don't have the
gross.
material to
That's
make it a
so
christening.
gross.
I could christen
You could christen on what? 4s?
But
Because there would be
with-
2 bottles of gin.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's 2 bottles.
I
But
see.
you only have
Well,
one card.
I only have 1 card, so somebody would have to
Oh.
jump in on that
Yeah.
christening with me. If they
Are we-
wanted to get
Can we
points.
make that happen?
'Cause we,
I have no interest.
I don't know if anyone.
I'm the one screwed out of that.
No,
once again.
pass.
All right.
Gotcha.
Jackie?
It's the end of the game. You
Yeah,
should
all
roll
right.
again, Throw this out there. See if anyone
No,
wants.
technically that doesn't happen yet. The 4 goes back.
Ken
the
goes
forest
first.
Ken plays first.
Sorry, Ken.
For a bottle of gin in.
I don't think I can do anything to help this out, so I'm gonna pass.
Fair.
I pass.
There's unfortunately no point in me playing either card in my hand.
All right.
So I too will pass.
Fair enough. Okay.
Pass.
You could
Yep.
play.
Yeah, could, but
I could.
It
okay.
doesn't really matter.
All right,
Well,
so we have a
Just gonna add to
dance.
the gossip pile.
So Ken's party.
So my party, it has to be a dance,
And it has to start at
8
8.
has to be included.
It could be this 8, to be clear.
It could be that 8.
Now, the interesting thing here is if you don't, that's going in here.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
enough.
some of that stuff's going to be bad anyway. So
Fair enough.
So
where-
we'll score 8.
So that's 5 for you.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7,
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
and we'll score the community 6.
1, 2, 3,
Community
4, 5, 6. There is no limit
That
on the
is-
amount of joy
that
is the
in the
joyful
community.
community. So-
Yep.
tucking this here.
And which Jack?
Tucking that there.
And which Jack?
Thanks, Jack.
We're literally tied.
Does it matter? I'll go with Jackie.
I actually don't think it matters necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that's it. So these.
So everybody.
So
exposed.
everybody in green is exposed.
Ken, green. Everyone's exposed for fence.
Yeah, yeah.
So that comes here. The no green, no green, no green. That goes away. Those go away. Cards at this point don't matter,
I think that's right because we know
right?
the game
Because
is
the
ending.
game has ended
Yeah.
effectively.
We're getting
right?
a million draw tokens, but
Right.
Yeah.
There, and then we score. It was a dance,
Yep.
so the community gets 1, and it's yellow.
Ken gets 2.
Ken gets 2, and then we shuffle.
I'm gonna need these indictments to
I was
come
gonna
in.
say indictments are gonna be the.
My
No,
no.
what we really need is for
Oh.
green to get rated, so
The-
Kyle can have a nice major indictment to share. With
So
with
there, hold on.
or this
There should be 1 less in here. My
If Green gets
7,
rated again, we all
but I
lose.
don't want to look at it yet.
Okay.
I messed that up again. So there's 1 less card in here.
Well,
so for
if you
okay.
turn up the 7, chuck it to
Well, I
safe
have to
and-
count though.
Yeah, no, I know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
what
10,
7 of what color?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Peanut Gallery can tell us because I
Okay,
don't
it doesn't-
remember.
yeah.
So there's 22, so
We're taking
7 of
7 out,
these are
yeah.
coming out.
And if
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just
and
to
if one of
fill a
these
little
is
space.
your 7, we'll ditch it.
Right, and then we'll draw another.
See another one. Huge.
Sucks.
Yeah, that means green is definitively not getting rated.
But if green got rated again, wouldn't we lose if it was rated?
Yes.
Oh
second time?
shoot! I totally forgot that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It might have been that actually.
Was Edward's 7 the 7
Yeah.
of cups?
Yep. So if there's another 7 in here, we know that was mine, and we'll take the top card. Okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So, by the way,
We know yellow's good.
That was
it
Edward.
could have been that.
That
What?
it was your card. Everyone said it was the 7 of cups.
Okay. So if that's the case, this 7
Is in
comes
your,
to here,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then this 5 actually goes away.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
Gotcha.
Peanut Gallery. This is more dramatic. Rated.
Rated for sure.
All right. Nothing.
4.
3, 4. That does matter.
Definitely rated. So that is...
You get rid of your indictments.
So just to walk...
Big.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
So just to walk through it, we're going to...
So, first things first. So, check for raids. So, 7 get removed. This is closed.
Yep, I've taken 7.
Okay.
So, we'll just keep these here.
Crossing and cruising and etc. Oh gosh.
That was there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, reputation. So, who has... Hold on one second.
Yeah.
So, who has the most red? I have 0.
I got 1.
1, 2,
None.
ma'am.
Minor, please.
Okay. So now, whoever got those, I don't know why you're doing that.
Oh, I don't get to put one.
You don't.
Shoot.
So now, your only option
Yep.
is to put it there.
Yeah.
So,
Seems like it probably should be loyal.
yeah. Yes.
Probably should.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Cole says, I never reveal these discards, mostly just to keep the tension high for the final gossip. That's fair. Wait, what?
No. We go on.
Oh,
the game ends.
no. Take those 2 back.
Yes.
Because this is what the part we skip.
Yeah.
Those come back. They get the indictments, game ends.
Oh,
Hard
wow.
stop. We screwed that up.
Scoring.
No big
Okay.
deal. So now we check for game end. Have all 4 been rated? No.
No.
So therefore, we go into the community joy marker is reached or exceeded the game end.
Huzzah.
Threshold.
44.
The game ends for community survival. Hold on. First off, community survives.
Community, baby.
Well done.
It was not easy to keep the
was-
community surviving in that situation.
Okay. Community survival. All players reveal their indictments.
Ken?
I was indicted for committing sodomy, and I was indicted for felonious, wickedly, and devilishly assaulting someone with intent to commit sodomy. You were indicted for...
Assault with an intent to commit that detestable sin of sodomy.
Okay.
I was indicted for feloniously committing the heinous and detestable sin of sodomy. I was indicted for assaulting a person unknown with an intent to commit the sin of
Calm
sodomy.
down.
And I was indicted for committing buggery.
Hold on. You were the one that liked to party hard.
I partied hard.
So far.
I was the
and
spice.
Ken, you had a lot of words on that card, Ken.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot.
was indicted for a misdemeanor found in such indecent postures as plainly betrayed sodomitical practices.
Oh, you were caught in a posture.
You caught it. Several postures.
That's what
Okay.
it sounded like.
Pardon successful informers. If a player's informer token is at a rated house, they have successfully collaborated with the society. That player discards all their indictments. Then, any played loyal tokens belonging to that player are discarded.
Yes.
Prosecute failed informers. If a player, there are none, so we'll skip it. Score loyal tokens. Each player scores 2 joy for each of their loyal tokens at an open house.
So 2 and 2.
Finally, in turn order, and Ken's rolling last. Each player with at least 1 indictment must face trial resolving each of their indictment cards in any order as follows. Roll a 10-sided die and lower their joy by the amount indicated. If it shows a noose, they've been hanged and must flip their joy marker. Then the game is over. The player with the highest joy, who has not been hung, or I guess who has not been hanged, which is such an improper way, but it's the right way. If there's a tie, the tied players share.
You want him to roll last?
Oh, 100%.
so
happy to wait.
I'll go first.
Hold
I
on.
have none.
2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, God.
Yeah.
There's a chance I can win this.
There
still.
is,
Okay.
absolutely.
All
yes.
right. So go ahead. What do we got?
So this is, I have 1. It's this minor. I'm either going to be losing 2 or 4.
You need to lose. Oh, I don't care.
Yeah,
2.
I lose 2.
All right. So 1, 2.
So you've beaten me?
Officially out of the game. All right. Jackie.
All right.
Which one do you want to
Someone
start
said I
with?
threw bricks at cops. So we'll start with
Party hard!
assaulting a
That's
person.
not that scary.
All right, which one's 10?
They all
They're
are.
all
They
are.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
choose your choice, your
Yeah, okay.
weapon here. That is a
That's
1.
So that's 2.
Two.
-2.
1, 2.
Yeah.
1 down.
This is where it gets ugly, though.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, shoot.
What do you want to be hung for? Do you want to be hung for
Alright.
It's only
simply
a
buggery?
20% chance of hanging on this one.
Feloniously committing the heinous and detestable sin of sodomy. Here we go.
Which is so stupid. This is just bad. All right,
That's
only
down
lose
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I'm still
Yep.
breathing.
And now for the
Buggery.
heinous.
40% chance of hanging.
Yeah.
What is buggery?
Yes.
Okay.
It is what you think it is.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I buggered.
So sorry.
To the gallows.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well,
This is a
hold on.
this is a-
Bring it up.
This is a 50-50 chance.
Roll high one time.
1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So my false
Glory to
accusations
roll!
did not lose me the game.
That is true.
If you had rolled a 5+, I would have gone ballistic.
Oh, that ending couldn't have been tighter or better or.
It's a
Oh.
There you go. And that, folks, is Molly House. So, huge thank you to these folks for doing this. Massive thank you to Joe, Cole, Drew, everybody over at Whirly Gig. Thanks for sponsoring the stream. Certainly appreciate it. Thanks for letting us show this off. Right? Like, this is awesome. I mean, we get an advance copy so that we could, have this played well enough to be able to stream it for y'all. And thanks to all y'all that watch. Hopefully, this has helped y'all as far as like lowering the burden of getting into the game, because I think it's pretty epic experience. Even though I feel terrible because I did like Suki Bells, to be clear.
yeah.
I feel terrible. So there you go. That's a wrap. If you're a patron, we'll be doing a roundtable over there here shortly. Otherwise, be back tomorrow night. You and I, right? What time are we getting together for that?
I was assuming 7.
Okay, we'll do 7.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll see if I can do it a little earlier.
Okay, so 6 or 7 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We're doing the HCHQ reveal of top 50, which the aggregate. I haven't, and I'm coming in cold. I don't know anything about it.
So all
I'm
50
excited.
all at once. So this will be 10 hours?
No, it won't be that long because we will have talked about the games quite a bit already.
Yeah.
So, all right. Hey, thank you, everybody. Please consider supporting the show, patreon.com/HCHQ. It's been awesome. This has been a great Patreon drive, but we're still going. We still got a few more days left. And please like and subscribe because it really does
Absolutely.
help the channel.
Yeah.
That was a blast. So thanks, y'all. Hey, this just in. Probably like the game a little bit. I'm Edward.
All about queer rights. I'm Kyle.
Hell yeah.
Jackie.
Ken.
All right. Y'all have a great one. Take care, everybody.